Female.
Yeah, I think it literally says Gambino sold your ass out.
Wow.
Yeah, Gambino. Gambino's an asshole.
That's an understatement. Yeah, congratulations, Guts. You had your ass sold out. Literally.
As a child, by the way.
Literally. That's fun. Berserkus.
I'm over here just thinking, is Down Clover a rapist?
What?
No, not that
Childish
Gambino.
No, no.
These are the jokes, Pat.
I know.
People.
I know. God, that would suck if Don Glover turned out to be like Gambino from Berserk. That would suck. But that's not the case. So yeah.
For now.
God damn it, Ninjato. All right.
I wasn't even gonna jinx it, but Ninjato did.
All right. Ninjato jinxed it. Woo! Okay. So, welcome people to the podcast 2 Cents Live. If you can't tell by the sniffling, goddamn allergies. It's just so plus I'm also really tired as well because I had to wake up really early this morning to take the car in, and that was fun. And then obviously
Oh, I had to take my car in. My brake pads needs replacing.
No, I had to take the car in for I think it's like every 5,000 miles you have to take it in or something like that. At least that's how it is here in California. I don't know if that applies to other states or if that's just something in general.
What, getting oil changed?
Like just getting a tune-up and everything, etc. Like usually like every 5,000 miles, including an oil change. What sucked was that turns out there was a fucking nail in my tire, and so they're like, oh yeah, there's a nail in your tire. What? I don't remember running over a damn nail. I was like, yeah, you got a nail in your tire. And it's like, well then you just take it out and patch it up. And they're like, ooh, yeah, well, there's a chance that we could do that, but then there's also the chance that the damage could be too severe and you're gonna have to replace the entire tire. I was like, well, how much is it gonna cost to replace the tire? And like you're looking like $290 something, minus not excluding tax and all that stuff. It's like $290. Well, fix it up so I don't have to replace the tire. And so yeah, luckily they were able to do that, so I don't have to pay $290 for a new tire. So yeah, that was fun. Today was fun, and then just waiting for everything to for the car to get checked up and all that. Just goddamn allergies just acted up. I could not fucking stop sneezing, etc. It's terrible. Spring sucks. Let's get out of the way. Like the worst type of.
You're wrong.
Oh, I'm wrong.
Yes.
I'm sorry that I don't like my nose fucking running all the time because flowers and pollen everywhere. Cause spring. I'm not a fan of spring. Nick can agree with me on that.
What? You're wrong. Wait, you hate spring?
I feel like I'm dying every fucking time it happens.
Yeah. It's just,
oh my goodness. You too.
Not. Do you? Let me ask you something. Do you like this season of spring? Because I don't. Because my allergies have just been the absolute worst all day today.
Well, I can't say I like this season of spring. I guess it's not because I don't have allergies as so much as an abscess formed right below my eye.
Oh.
It's causing me a lot of a lot of not good feelings.
Oh, you gonna be okay?
Yeah. It's like, I'm gonna be okay. It's not life threatening, but
Okay.
it's the type. It's the type of like there's bacteria there, and it's really screwing up with
Yeah.
things. But no, it's not life threatening. It's just
Okay.
just
Okay. Oh, that's good to hear. But like, oh, that's gotta suck. All right, I'm taking a chug of Coke right now because I need to wake up for the stream. I don't want to stay tired and sleepy throughout this whole thing because we got a lot to talk about. We got some fun stuff to talk about first, and then we'll get into some more. I don't want to say negative, but let's just say we're gonna end off the show with some two big brain topics that we've been been sitting on for a while now. So that's gonna be fun in its own right, if you know what I mean. So yeah. So I guess without further ado, let's not beat around the bush and keep ranting about goddamn spring and the cost of how much it costs to replace a damn tire. I almost had to pay $298+ out of my pocket not to replace a tire today.
oh man, it sucks.
Luckily they were able to just patch up the tire, so I don't have to replace it. But like, they told me like, oh yeah, there's apparently a fucking nail in your tire, and we'll get it out. Well, we're worried that if we pull it out, the tire's gonna be damaged. So you're gonna have to, and it's not, and apparently it's some kind of tire that you can't easily fix if the damage is too much. So like, to replace it, it's gonna be like $290. I don't have $290. Just fix the tire. So basically, long story short, Saturday so far has not exactly been the best day of the week. So yeah, that's always fun. But enough talking about that. Let's talk about something fun instead. Let's talk about something that we all enjoy, right? How about movies? Let's talk about movies. So originally I was gonna have Ninjato go first, but then SGD said that he has something to take care of and he doesn't know how long he's gonna stay, so we're gonna have to change the schedule up last minute. So we're gonna have to do SGD first. But it is something that we all like. It's our favorite movies. It's a movie about the big fat panda.
Yeah, I'm probably going to have to leave after this topic, as it turns out. I just want to point out, I like the image Changhis used to advertise the stream has Black Comet as Mantis. Because we know Comet's interests in women are probably going to come back to bite him sooner or later.
I just feel bad that Comet has to be played by Seth Rogen.
Oh, I did not put those two and two together until you mentioned that, and I thought about the voice.
Actually, God, I just realized I should have switched Comet and Ninjato because Comet would like the snake more.
He doesn't want to be a snake. He wants to fuck a snake.
I don't want to be a snake.
He wants to do it with the snake.
No, I don't even want to do it with a snake.
No, Comet does.
No, Comet. Remember, he's into that shit. He's into that scaly shit.
Yeah, but apparently I drew the straw to be the snake.
Well, it was either
Oh.
gonna be you or not, and then Nick's avatar's neck was thick enough to fit Tigris. So
Go ahead, Ninjato. I'm not easy.
Hi, I'm Angelina Jolie. I have adopted kids.
Damn it.
I'm David. Hello, I'm David Cross, and I'm in very good stuff, like
Hello.
Arrested Development. I'm Mr. Sharp.
Hello, I'm Seth Rogen. I'm an asshole.
Shit, where's my weed? Where's my weed, man?
Oh, by the way, kids, Santa's not real.
Yeah.
Give me those salty tears.
But fortunately, Seth Rogen wasn't a big part of this movie, so thank God for that. Because this is the best Kung Fu Panda movie.
Man, you just blew my mind. Man, this place, Seth Rogen. How did I not notice that before?
I thought the voice would give it away, but okay.
Yes, Charles, I like the birthday picture.
Alright, so
What?
So SGD, what are your thoughts about Kung Fu Panda 2?
Well, I really like this movie. That's why I'm doing it this week, because today is my birthday. And as you know, Toei got hacked. So the Digimon episode that was going to be on my birthday, I was excited for, because the upcoming one sounded kind of bland, except for the one that would have been on today. So I decided last week I'll watch Kung Fu Panda, and then this week I'll watch Kung Fu Panda 2. And
Yeah.
this is definitely a movie which builds upon the original.
Mm-hmm.
It's not so much the original again, but a lot of things. Some core things about it are expanded on from the original. Like Shen feels like Tai Lung if Tai Lung was actually a character. Because in the last movie he wasn't so much a character as he was a force, with the Shifu being the actual antagonist for most of the film. And Po himself in the first film is more of a flat character, which is, it's fine to have a flat character when it's usually like you just have one flat character in the whole cast, and then the flat character influences people around him, like Goku. Like Goku changed a lot of people's lives, and people argue he's not a flat character, but I've read the manga. Goku learns things, but he's not a different person. If you look at the Raditz saga onwards to the Cell saga, he's really the same guy.
Yeah, by the time, like, essentially his arc ended with the fight with Piccolo Jr.
Yeah, and Po is pretty much the same guy from the start of Kung Fu Panda to the end of Kung Fu Panda, but Shifu is the one who changed. So then Kung Fu Panda 2 more so goes into Po's identity, because as it turns out, his father isn't actually his father.
Oh
my god!
Plot twist!
Oh no! The horror!
Yes,
Like,
his dad, the goose, is not actually his dad.
I still love his reaction. Just, Yun, I'm not your real father. I knew it. You knew?
You're adopted. I knew it. You knew? Like, turns out my dad's not really my dad. Your dad. The goose.
The goose.
The goose.
That must have been very shocking.
And not only does the sort of explore Po as a character a little bit more, but then Shen is he has such a presence in the movie that he himself is also sort of a lead character, because from the very beginning they sort of introduce Shen to the audience and he sticks around until the very end. So they use for sort of an expansion of Tai Lung where he also doesn't have that self-satisfaction. And his ambitions are more grand than Tai Lung, where Tai Lung just wanted self-improvement.
He wanted to be the strongest fighter.
Shen is trying to fill a cup with no bottom, as the soothsayer puts it.
He's straight up out there trying to commit genocide.
I mean, he already tried that. And it's sort of like the two intertwined things of because Po lived the life he did because of Shen, and it doesn't feel like a movie that is as long as it is. So it's just a fun kids movie for the most part. And it's nice to see the 5 more involved, and a lot of it is just a big journey that the characters are up to. Before the end part of the movie gets a few confrontations between Poe and Shen. And Poe finally figuring out, who he is. Because I think the original movie sort of imply that Poe suspects he's adopted. And it's a really good movie, and you should watch it. And if you haven't seen the movie, what's wrong with you? I don't want to spoil anything, though. I'm spoiling a lot of things.
Well, if you don't want to spoil anything, don't worry. We do have a spoiler tag. So, if you want to talk spoilers, I can always just put up the spoiler tag.
Yeah, I'm just randomly ranting about things, but I like the exploration of Poe. It's not overly deep, and so it's sort of a journey of Poe answering that one question about himself, which helps him find inner peace, which it comes very easily to him, and that's not a problem to me because Poe really doesn't worry about things. It's not like Shifu has a much harder time, because you see Shifu is always worrying about things.
Shifu's the dad. He has to worry.
Yeah, it's also Poe's dad who worries quite a lot, so he's don't get a lot of his dad as within the last movie, but the moments of them are really good. When I rewatched this movie yesterday, I didn't remember how many times it really got me in the feels. It's when I actually cried watching this movie, which, for me, the equivalent of crying is usually just getting teary or a bit upset. Which, that's normal people crying by my standards, because my emotions are a bit more of a struggle. But then, this movie making me cry is basically take what makes you cry and then double it, and that's the level I was at. Because it hits you quite a few times.
Since you want to keep this spoiler free, I just want to say my favorite part of the movie is just the ending where Poe finally achieves what he desired, and is able to, obviously it's going to defeat Shen, but how he does it, when he, the way he does it is that is a great moment.
Yeah, like how Poe sort of goes on a bit of a brief journey of self-discovery, and then he sort of realizes who he is now is what matters. Which Shen is sort of like that, but he doesn't have quite the same self-awareness. Where he says he doesn't care about his parents because they're dead and gone, so they're in the past. But he can't leave the past in the past. That's why he's the villain. Well, Poe manages to Poe leaves the past in the past.
Reject the past. Kill it if you have to.
No! Oh, that's terrible, but it's actually true. Also, I just found out why I like Shen so much. Gary Oldman.
But even Shen isn't Tai Lung, for as lovely as the little time as he got in Kung Fu Panda was interesting, and I'm glad that while Shen has a lot more screen time, he isn't any less interesting a character. So you see the compliment the animation, the last one, the nuances in the body language, and the delivery of Shen's lines really sell the character, and the way he goes out, you can tell he kind of let it happen. So it's one of those things where I think he realized he was never going to heal, which is something Poe managed to accomplish, and even questions for like, how did you get better after what I did to you, sort of thing.
Yeah.
It's probably my favorite movie that I've ever seen. Something else that just slipped my mind.
Ah. Well, you could take solace that Shen is voiced by Gary Oldman, so...
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely feels like they knew exactly what they wanted to do for this movie. Which is unfortunately not something I can really say for the next movie. It's nice to have the Furious Five be more of characters in this one. They didn't try and force Shifu to be in this movie. Like, he's barely in it, which kind of fits because like he sort of filled the role he was supposed to in the last movie, and there's not really anything he can do. So like the thing about Poe's identity is they never refer to Poe as the Dragon Warrior. For like Shifu does, but Shen and his forces don't. Because it's one of those things, like he is the Dragon Warrior, but
the fact that he's the Dragon Warrior is irrelevant to Shen.
Yeah.
All that matters is he's a panda.
Yeah, it's also about, it's one of those things like, first movie, who he is the Dragon Warrior, what he is a panda, and then it's sort of, and it's, first movie is more like what Poe becomes, while this one's more about who Poe is, so it's less about, the villain doesn't care so much about who he is as what he is. So it's sort of a reflection. I still can't remember that one thing. But probably the only complaints I really have about this movie is a couple of lines, which there's one fight with the wolf captain, but I think they kind of forgot it was supposed to be far away, so the dialogue sounds like you're still following the characters close up. It's like a bit of audio mixing problem, I guess. And when Shen says, "Let me heal you," that could have done with another take, because it doesn't fit the actions going on. It's kind of jarring, but that's probably the only two complaints I have about the movie.
Oh, you know, also, another MVP of the movie, Tigress. She actually, it was one of the best parts of the movie as well. How she helps out Poe, especially. Because she was in the first movie. She was one of the. She was like, I think like out of all of the Furious Five, she was the one who rejected Poe the most. And then now this.
I gotta say this because it wouldn't make sense, but I think it's funny to say it. Tigress, best wingman.
like she went from one of the members who rejected Poe the most to now, helping him on his his journey of self-discovery, essentially, and it's great.
And I love a lot of the jokes in the movie too, like the soothsaying for Shen. Like, you're just saying what's happening right now. You continue on this journey, you'll find yourself at the bottom of the stairs.
At the bottom of the stairs. That was great. Yeah, I love this movie. I want to watch it again.
Yeah. It's also nice seeing a variety of new animals because they're in a different part of the world, which is like evidently pretty far away from the Valley of Peace, given the whole traveling montage they have to do to get there. Because it's not that they introduce a bunch of new animals; it's just even a lot of the more familiar ones aren't around. It's like there are geese in the movie, there are pigs in the movie, but you don't really see a lot of geese or pigs. And the city they go to.
I got mentioned. The Wolf Boss Shen's right hand guy, Dan McBride.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Well, let me look this up. Oh shit, there he is, Danny McBride. Wow, okay. Huh. That's cool, I didn't know that. I'm still just on. I didn't know until now Gary Oldman was Shen. It's like, oh, that's why I like Shen so much. It's Gary Oldman. So
I'm not sure. Not sure what else I have to say in the movie. Not sure if I ever remember that thing or not, though.
Chelsea says there's a Kung Fu Fighter ride at Universal Studios. It's 40 but without glasses. That's neat.
They so basically what happened was in Hollywood the Shrek ride shut down, and Florida actually recently the Shrek ride shut down.
Oh.
So there's a Hollywood got a. I think they were the one who got the Kung Fu Panda ride first. So yeah, there's a 4D ride without the glasses.
Okay, that's pretty neat.
I remembered something else, but it's not Kung Fu Panda related, and I don't think that's what I was trying to remember. But a plus side to, even though there's no Digimon today, there's an anime convention going on in Japan, and the whole Ghost Game main cast is going to be there, except for Kiyoshiro's voice actor, but it turns out he could make it after all. And they've announced a new ending theme, which hopefully means the show's coming back next week, because allegedly that's when Delicious Party Pretty Cure will be back, but I haven't seen any official reports. But Digimon Ghost Game changed its ending last time in episode 13. We are on 21, so if they start next week with 22, we should have 25 by the end of the month. So that's when they could start the new ending, because they said the ending will be in April.
Okay. That's neat.
But nothing's been officially announced. But
alright. Yeah, so
it's been a 3-week hiatus, so hopefully 3 weeks is enough time for Toe to investigate whatever the hackers might have done.
Yeah, that sucks. But hey, if Digimon's coming back, then I'm glad for you, man. Alright, so so I think that's all we gotta say for Kung Fu Panda. Other than obviously go watch it, because it's the best Kung Fu Panda movie out there. I'm still kind of curious what that Netflix Kung Fu Panda shows, how that's gonna turn out. They got Jack Black back to be Poe, so that's something.
Chelsea pointing out those dumb hackers have ruined the fun. And ironic part is hackers are kind of an integral part of Digimon lore.
How ironic.
Chelsea, remember all of Digimon exists within a computer. Like the show doesn't work without some kind of hacking.
Ironic. The one part of the show that makes it fun is what's ruining the show in real life.
Well, it's not only part of the show; it's part of the lore. Hackers aren't usually the good guys in the lore, though.
Still, it's.
I wonder why.
Still, it's kind of ironic that hackers are ruining the experience for Ghost Game right now. So that's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Well, not funny, but
among
it's
other
ironic.
shows. quite a few shows got put on hiatus, including the Dragon Ball superhero movie.
Oh.
Oh my goodness.
Wow. Oh, this must be a serious hack then. Damn.
I think it's just making sure nothing was in their systems.
Okay.
It's like you don't know, like maybe they might have put a back door in. It's like they don't want information getting leaked.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that sounds fair enough. So yeah.
Yeah, so I think I better head off and open some birthday presents.
Ah.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, man.
Thanks. See you guys later.
Go eat that cake, birthday boy.
Save me a piece.
Alright, so I'm done with my Tau infantry for Farsight
Also,
Enclave.
the guy who played Poe in the Legends of Awesomeness, he played Iron Man in Avengers Assemble and Onward.
Really?
No, once they did kind of sound similar.
Oh, okay.
Once you think of it, yeah.
Well, let me see here.
Dude.
Wait, hold on. Legends of Awesomeness. Okay, here we go. Okay, Poe voiced by Mick Wingard. Ah, he was Iron Man. I didn't know that. Let's see, what else was he in? He was Iron Man. He was apparently in Mass Effect 2. Wow. He was in The Princess and the Frog? Oh, I guess he's been in places. So yeah. Okay. Alright, Ninjato. So since the birthday boy is done talking about Kung Fu, we can now talk about what you wanted to talk about.
Yeah, so originally I was gonna talk about it's your boy Raid Shadow Legends.
I was really gonna title the stream like Kung Fu Fighting, sponsored by your boy Raid Shadow Legends. And then like,
yeah, I'm sorry.
If you were still going first, I would have made the joke like, but first a word from our sponsor, Raid Shadow Legends.
I was totally gonna do that.
Now a word for our sponsor.
Watch. You're gonna somebody. Chance is gonna get contacted by Raid Shadow Legends for an offer he can't refuse.
Raid Shadow Legends, please contact me. No, I don't want to play Raid Shadow Legends.
Yeah. So anyway, I just decided today because I had a lot of free time today because normally I work an extra day on Saturdays. Just so I can pay some bills, but I didn't do it today for various reasons. So I had free time. So I decided to pull out the ye old Crunchyroll account, and I just decided, what anime can I just spend all day binging through? And then I noticed that the English dub for My Next Life as the Villainess came out, and I watched the whole first season on sub. So I decided to watch the dub of the first season, allowing me to do stuff like painting while doing other stuff. So,
but I was right. You did watch this show though before. It's just we never.
Yeah. Like Katarina Klaus is actually on the top 10 waifus. I think she was 5 or 6. I think.
I don't remember exactly what place, but you talked about this before, though. It's just I'm surprised.
Yeah, multiple times.
I'm surprised we never made this a dedicated topic, though. I thought,
I was thinking
how much you
it.
bring it up. Like I thought we already covered it.
Yeah. Okay. So, just watching it today, laughing my butt off still on it. So, what is the premise for this little anime? Well, it's an isekai. So instantly, half of the audience, half of everyone just goes, and that you lost me.
It's an isekai. Okay, I'm out.
Yeah, pretty much. But at this stage. But this was actually one of the turning point isekais where it's an isekai that spawned its own genre. So, I don't know who originally wrote this, but what the author decided to do was to take an otome game, like one of those dating games, where you're a female trying to date all these hot guys. Like that's usually the premise, and they just decided, what if it's about the antagonists of these games. So she came up with this premise where the main character is this rich girl called Katarina Klaus, and she's a spoiled brat.
Yeah.
Like, there is literally no joke. She is just a spoiled brat in the house and stuff. So until one day, she met Prince George Doe, and who is like top ranked prince of a kingdom, like all that other stuff. Like, so she had the hots for him, and they're kids, by the way. So it's like cute kids, puppy love stuff. So during the visit, she fell and hit her head. And when she hit her head, she remembered her past life as a high schooler, a girl of 17 years old. And she remembered that she died in a car accident, but also she realized this world is very familiar. She finds out that she is in the world of the video game, and that she got reincarnated as the villainess, whose fate in the game is either exile or getting killed. So the subtitle of the show is All Roads Leading to Doom. And so that it's about her trying to avoid the doom flags, as she calls it.
Basically, trying to avoid dying.
Yeah, dying or exile. Like, she wants to live a nice life.
She's gotta get the best route, the secret route. If you don't want to get exiled, you gotta collect all the Riddler trophies.
Exactly. So, but this is actually a comedy. And the joke is by the time the game actually starts, because of the events of the first couple episodes, because she is so concerned about her being doomed, she kind of resolved all the character arcs for most of the cast. So now she has a huge bisexual harem, but she still thinks that she's in the game. She hasn't put together as like, oh, I have changed the circumstances so the events of the game can never happen exactly the same way.
You can't get the bad ending if you make everyone fall in love with you. It's that guy just pointing to his head meme.
But also, she doesn't realize that they're in love with her. Like, she's dense as like Goku, and always in her own little world. Like, it's always she thinks she misreads people, so all the time, and that's part of the comedy. And then in terms of isekai, it's a standard isekai in terms of no struggles, but that's not the point. The whole point is like these funny scenarios of our very dense protagonists either misinterpreting a situation, thinking that it's fitting in the game lore, or everyone else reacting to her shenanigans, because the first thing, for example, her mother. So the first thing she does when she realizes her situation, she decided to commune with the earth by farming. Which wouldn't be a bad thing, right? Right? Being a farmer is good, except she's a nobility. So there's a recurring gag.
What are you doing putting your hands in the dirt, girl? We have peasants for that. But Mom, I'm gonna die if I don't do this. I don't care.
It's pretty much like you're not doing it like Katerina. I'm hearing about this. Like there was a scene where she returns home wearing normal clothes because she was the events of the episodes, right? The whole joke ends up like, oh, she wasn't thinking. She just wanted to visit her mom during like a day break, and her mom said, "Oh, looks like you're wearing normal clothes." And here's another thing I've been hearing. I've been hearing about somebody starting a garden at the school, at this highly prestigious...
Young lady, you are in so much trouble. Oh, but what's wrong with what I'm doing? No, there's nothing wrong with you doing. It's that you shouldn't be doing it. We have peasants for that.
Well, yeah, that's the joke meme way of doing it, but... It's just part of the fun of the show, is that, but you also see that, like, her mom loves her, right? And Katerina actually saves her parents' marriage as opposed to the in-game lore.
Oh.
But of course, the Katerina is dense, so she doesn't realize, oh, this was supposed to happen this way. Oh. I did change fate. Whatever. But,
inadvertently makes her family better, but she still treats it as if she's gonna die.
Yes, exactly. Like, that's part of the humor. And then, I'll just talk about the dynamic of, like, the main cast a bit, because I'm trying to not go into specific details. There is, like, an endgame level threat that only Katerina can solve, and there is some mystery elements about her friend from her previous life. That is heavily hinting that she also got reincarnated as one of the members of the I call it the bisexual harem, because yes, she ends up getting a harem of both men and women who are in love with her.
Yeah!
Like, I'm not saying that there is no gay stuff or something like that. Like, it's forced in. No, it's part of the story. The story has tons of gay stuff. Like, she meets one of her friends named Sophia. She's the white-haired girl, because she's into romance novels, and the romance novels are always either a lady, two ladies, or two guys. So apparently in this fantasy world, romance novels are about gay people. That's like what women read.
Well, guess we better keep this. Manga away from Michael Eisner.
Or the Westboro Baptist.
What's this? This manga has what's going on in this world? Oh no, homosexual fast dancing.
They're still around?
I don't know.
I don't know. It's a joke about Michael Eisner.
But
no. The Westboro.
I don't know. I don't know. I was just joking around. And then, George, though, because of the injury, is engaged to her as from children, but they haven't fully consummated the marriage, probably until 18.
Congratulations, we're married now! It ain't official till we consummate it.
Yeah, it's like that type of situation, but the whole joke is that he is very he wants to always be with her, and but the problem is also her brother, Keith, her adopted brother. And he also fell in love with her. Insert anime Pope joke here.
There's a well, okay, they're not related by blood, but incest in the morning. Suppressed memories. That's 7.1.
Yeah, well, I was gonna do the rules for harems, which is the ABCDs, and D is don't bleep your sister.
Well, but they're not related by blood, so therefore by Japanese logic, it's okay.
Your sister, you degenerate.
Just
There
in
is
the morning, suppressed memories. 97.1.
1.
So
That won't stop me.
basically, their dynamic is that they're all. It's that polite, like we're very polite, but you know what we're talking about. Like, why are you trying to interfere with me being with Katarina on this date? Oh, really? I want to be with Katarina. Like, that's the whole dynamic. Giorgio is the blonde guy, and Keith is the dirty blonde on the left top.
I see.
Just to give you.
Okay.
And then Alan, who is the guy on the far left top, the gray hair.
Yeah, this guy.
He is the brother of George Doe, and basically he's kind of tsundere / type of rival, where very competitive. That's the whole thing. Is like Katarina always spurs the competitive spirit within Alan. And his betrothed is Mary Hunt, which is the redhead, and she is head over heels over. She is the most explicitly lesbian out of all the ladies. Like, she wants to.
Lesbos.
Like, she even talks about the way she talks about occasionally by herself when it comes to Katarina and other people. It's like, oh no, I have competition.
I have competition.
Trying to thin out the competition. But there's also like a little thing I don't know yet if like she actually likes Alan or not. Like,
okay.
Because like in the universe of the game, she is heads over heel with Alan in the game in this universe. But not so in this one because
everything. So
yeah, she changed it because of the circumstances of how they met and all that stuff. And then Sophia is the white hair. She has a brother named Nicole, and Nicole is basically the secret one. Like it's kind of pronounced with like a accent, but it's Nico.
Does he like to play the piano?
No, that's actually Alan.
Oh. So
Alan plays the piano.
So Alan's gonna get a beam saber stuck in his ass.
Nicole is basically looks like a fantasy novelist character called the Devilish Prince. Basically, he's super pretty boy, but he's very silent all the time. One expression. Like, you can barely tell the change of expression. And he is secretly in love with Katarina, but he doesn't want to express it. Because, you know...
Tsundere.
She's already... she's already taken. And so Sophia is constantly trying to ship Katarina with her brother. Basically putting them in situations so that Nicole can confess his love for her. Because Sophia is a huge romance novelist. So is into the romance novel. So of course trying to set up a romantic situation.
So it's just that one episode of Gumball.
Probably. I have not seen much of Gumball, so... it gets funny in season 2. There's a whole episode about the cast putting on a play, and Katarina had to replace one of the actors, and so she had to use actual lines from the previous game, from her previous life. Everyone is so convinced she did such a convincing job, and then it turns out that Sophia rewrote the script after that scene, already rewrote it to incorporate her brother. So that, like, this whole shipping thing.
So basically the play is like, okay, I just gotta channel how I was before. And I was like, whoa, you sound like a complete asshole. I love it! Give me more of that!
Pretty much. Pretty much. It's so funny. Yeah, like that's basically like the harem gets expanded in season 2. But she's basically this dense protagonist who's maxed out on charm, going through all these situations.
She
And
put she put all her points in charisma.
Yeah, pretty much. Like she's not even good at magic. Like she put her points in charisma, survivability, and strength. Like being naturally athletic.
And luck.
Yeah, but in terms of everything else, she is not very good at. Like she's not very knowledgeable. Like she's like a typical manga fangirl.
Wait, so I forgot to ask. So you watched you're doing this because you watched the dub, right? What's the quality of the dub?
It's okay.
It's okay.
Like it's not perfect. It's not like captures the complete energy of the original in terms of the voice quality, but it's not like awful. Like there was some people
What about Katarina
in the
herself?
Comet. It took some time getting used to. I prefer the Japanese version, but I do like the English voice actress when she's young. And I think actually it could be that she's Wendy. She sounded a lot like Wendy from Gunsword.
Huh. Really?
I don't know. I need to look it up myself to figure that one out, but I got that impression. Then again, I probably anything with a higher dub. Anything with a like higher octave female voice, I now just associate Wendy.
Let me see here. Here's the dub. They're not saying anything. They're not showing anything about a younger version.
Oh well, the young version is also the adult actor. Sounding like children.
Let's see. Okay, Jeannie Tirado as Katarina. So she does an okay job?
Yeah. I'd say the cast overall is an okay job. Like, you may not get like the exact energy that you would want. That some people would want.
Okay. Alright. Oh, Charlie's in the chat. Hey, Charlie. You saw the Jujutsu Kaisen movie? Is it good? Oh, that's neat. I know nothing about that movie.
I have seen it. It is very good. You should watch it.
Really?
Is it good for newcomers?
Yes. Yeah, very much yes. There are people from the first season that make an appearance, but the movie does a really good job to be like, oh, you haven't seen the first season? Well, here's our deal.
Okay. Huh. Alright, maybe
Also,
Oh, you got a headset on now. There we
sister
go.
coming in clutch.
Nice. It's a prequel to season 1? Oh, okay. Okay, that fair enough. Alright. And I guess if I have the chance, I'll probably see if I could check out Jujutsu Kaisen then. I don't know. I guess that's the big thing the kids are into now.
But that's like the latest one. It's like the latest because Demon Slayer ended on the manga. It looks like Jujutsu Kaisen is taking its place.
Here I am just watching episodes of Gundam X.
Dolphins apparently can be new types. What's next? Orcas?
I don't know. Unless Tifa can just communicate with dolphins, but then I don't know. Unless dolphins are new types, I have no idea what that scene was implying.
Wait,
The white dolphin.
Okay, I got a question. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Okay. So new types can feel the emotions of others and feel their energy, right?
Yes, and these are dolphins. So Tifa.
Dolphins don't have morals.
Hear me out. Do you think they get out to all the suffering and all the wars and stuff that have been happening in the Venom universe?
They're dolphins. They have no morals.
That probably makes it harder. God, why'd I have to say that?
They're like, hey, I don't know. I gotta imagine like it's how all the wars were caused by dolphins, so they get some ecstasy.
God damn it, Comet. This
is completely off topic, but I have Looney Tunes playing on the TV. So all I can think about is like one of my favorite Family Guy jokes is Peter being obsessed with America decides to like get rid of all the tries to get. Now I'm not saying anything political. This is just something that happened in an episode. And funny enough, had nothing to do with a certain someone being in charge at the time.
Okay.
Peter didn't like foreigners and immigrants. So basically, it's like, what'd you do with Stewie Spee and Gonzalez tape? Oh, I got rid of it. What? I don't get rid of your things. And where's my goat? I replaced Spee and Gonzalez is an immigrant. That's why I replaced him with his new American equivalent, Rapid Dave.
Rapid Dave.
I got you this time, Mouse. Yeah, well, up yours, Cat. Quickly, run fast!
Man, this is like beyond off topic.
Oh yeah, that's why I said off topic.
Is it off topic?
No, we were off topic of an off topic.
I didn't know that. I spaced out.
That's a new record.
We went on a tangent of a tangent of a tangent.
Okay, off topic again. I have a bunch of Transformers with me.
Well, you could show them off to me when we get to you.
All right. Or you know, yeah, it could be relevant to you.
Well, yeah, but we still got Comet to talk about his stuff before we get to what I'm gonna talk about. So long story short, I guess if this stuff interests you, check out my Next Life as a Villainous. You said the dub's alright, so I guess check out the dub.
Yeah. Both are available on Crunchyroll right now. Like Crunchyroll's attempt to be the king of the dubbing.
Well, isn't it because like Funimation just pretty much got absorbed by Crunchyroll?
Yeah. And also because of that, some of the shows, because of other things like High Dive is becoming the competitor. So some shows, including Majestic Prince, are owned by Sentai Works, and they're getting.
So they're no longer on Crunchyroll.
They will be no longer on Crunchyroll. They'll be on High Dive because High Dive is owned by AMC.
Okay.
We're in an interesting time for dubbing.
Yeah, man, that's interesting. Yeah, maybe that could be a topic for another time. Funimation just being absorbed by Crunchyroll.
Yeah.
And what that holds for the future of dubbing.
Also, with that, my Tao are pretty much done. The main painting is done.
You got your boys done, so you can now fight for the greater good.
The greater good of the Farside Enclave.
Ooh, Shenlong's coming in September. Nice. Finally, I can complete the high grade wing set. Well, minus
Yep.
the wing Gundam itself, because I got the real grade.
Yep. Then next up we'll be trying to do the Sisters of Battle, but I'll do that tomorrow.
Alright then. So, okay, in that case we can move on to Berserk by obviously the late Kentaro Miura, who he died doing what he loved, playing Idolmaster.
Yes,
That is so cruel.
No, but in all seriousness though, you know, God bless Kentaro Miura's soul.
Yeah, honestly. Yeah. Honestly, I know people joke. Sometimes joke about him playing Island, but I can get why he plays it, because Berserk is dark.
Well, it depends on like the type of stuff in Berserk. Like apparently, I hear like Berserk actually gets more optimistic over time. Like it starts leaning away from like the really grimdark stuff and for a more optimistic tone. At least that's what I've been hearing. But you're talking about Berserk Volume 1, where the story all began.
Deluxe Edition Volume 1.
Right, the Deluxe Edition.
Guts is crazy. That is all.
Is that it?
No.
Okay then.
But Guts is crazy. Like, one thing I like about the Volume 1 is that when Guts like fights something, you can tell it's a struggle. With every fight. He's skilled, but it's still a struggle for him. Even gets like certain grunts.
Oh hey, Brett's in the chat. Hello, Brett. Guess we're getting all.
Hey guys.
Guess we're getting all Nick's friends in the chat now.
Cousin.
Oh. Well, he could still be your friend. I don't know if you consider your cousin a friend.
No, he's one of my mortal enemies now. Private, I hope you know I'm joking.
But no.
Alright. Real quick though, you continue talking about Berserk. I need to quickly use the restroom. I'll be back. Keep talking about Berserk.
Okay. Where was that? Oh yeah, Guts. Now, as you probably guessed, Berserk is a dark fantasy. Made by the late Kentaro Kentaro Miura. And the main character is Guts, also known as the Black Swordsman, whose main goal in life is hunt down these humans who traded their stuff, essentially made a deal with the devil called apostles. And along the trail with him is an elf named Puck. Elf fairy thing named Puck that he rescued. You know, they don't have the best relationship so far, but I think to me it seems like Puck's like act as his like conscience that he ignores or gets annoyed by. Yeah, but one highlight of it. Now this book, for one off, has very, very good artwork. It's a bit disturbing, highly detailed. Like there's this one scene. Wait. Let's see, where Gus finally meets the apostle, not the hand, God hand. And like, wow. Like the shading. And then there's like also the style also lends well to showing blood and guts. And like, let's see. Now a couple of highlights in the book is like one thing I like about Gus' character in this book, like he's an asshole, but you see glimpses of like he cares, you know? Did that make sense?
I totally don't care. It's not like I care about doing the right thing, even though I'm totally a jerk, guys.
He's an asshole. Like, he's cynical. But because we don't know why he's cynical yet. Like, he cares about what he's doing, but until the most important chapter of the manga, we don't know why he's an asshole.
Yeah. Now, the thing about one thing that stood out to me is like he about to get this ride from this priest and his, I think, granddaughter or son or daughter or granddaughter, and he's like, look, you don't want to give me a ride, you know, evil spirits haunt me, you know, you might die. And they're like, nonsense. And he's like, okay. You know, and then it does sound like he's trying to convince himself. It's like, you know, he said like, you know, well, why not? And he kind of like added like, what do I care if something happens to them? And he can add a baka at the end. Like, it kind of sounded to me that he's trying to like convince himself. Like, you know, I don't care. You know, they ride. And, you know, I like how they kind of, if you don't know any better, you kind of think, oh, these will be his traveling companions. Or be characters, they just drop them off. Then they were attacked by a bunch of undead and Ikibai. Which have a very, 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 strange origin of how they're born. And guess what happened to the little girl? The horses went crazy, she went out, and she gets stabbed and died.
And then
her body gets possessed, cut off the priest's head. And this one scene stood out to me because Gus saved this little girl and he hesitated. And he like get that stares at her until she stabs him, and he been brought back into reality. He been brought back into reality. You know that old meme. Snap back into reality. And
snap back to reality. Whoa, there's no gravity.
That's alright. And he got that's what I'm trying to aim for. And he cut her in half. Well, her dead body in half. You know, I like that little scene because it shows that, you know, Guts is not a heartless bastard. You know, like not saying he's just cynical.
Alright, I'm back. So, where are we?
Damn, Changhis, were you grilling fried chicken in there?
I want some fried chicken.
No, it's Changhis.
Oh wait, no. What are you trying to do? Make some fried rice in there?
How did you know?
Uncle
Comet. The joke is, damn, Changhis, were you grilling fried chicken in there? Says though, you piss loud.
Hey Ray.
Uncle
yeah.
Roger. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, but. But yeah, it's like, and then one thing I also like a little touch and a little hint to his past is that he does not like to be touched, like at all.
Oh yeah. That becomes less of a thing as pretty much after Golden Age, it becomes less of a thing on that. Of like him being uber sensitive to the touch, but that's mostly because the rest of Berserk, like, so the timeline goes is that you start at Black Swordsman, and then you go back to Golden Age.
Okay.
And then you are back, and then the story picks up, continuing Golden Age.
To Conviction.
Yeah, which Conviction takes place about a year or two after Black Swordsman.
Hey, I got a question. What is Guts' most hated song?
I don't know.
The Touch by Stan Bush.
Oh. Oh, yeah.
But so this is more general impressions. What did you think about the Guardians of Desire chapters, which was after the chapter with the girl and the merchant? I
like how they show that he's still got some human in him in the form of his love for his daughter. But then, then they also show that the monster inside of him and try to keep her in to protect her from the heretics.
Heretics?
Which, yeah. Did you felt like the story got a little bit too edgy?
No, I don't. Well...
Like, it's this was my, I'm going general impression, so this is like my whole thing. It's like, okay, yep, this is dark, okay, this character, like, this could be a good ending, nope, okay, Guts can say this, nope, okay, and then twist about background of a important character that is not mentioned. Oh, come
on! I remember why the dude became what he is.
Why is he the way he is?
Well, his wife. Turned out his wife was part of a cult.
Like, yeah, like, okay, so they were building up, right? So they were building up this entire arc. Where like the wife is like a pure innocent person, and they did set up the bailiff system where it's like this little trinket that has multiple faces on it that Griffith used that sacrifice, end of Golden Age.
Yay! Yep. Eclipse.
Yeah, and so you get built up to that. So you kind of guess that he used the bailiff to sacrifice his wife, right? And so, like, with all the stuff that was going on, it's like, then they just made the twist of like, oh yeah, the wife was a pagan worshiper who was having sex in front of him as he was going on campaign, and he just snapped. And for me, that was like, okay, you went too far, Mira, this time. You kind of went too far, especially when you connect the events of Guardians of Desire to the very beginning of Golden Age. Like, it's like the equivalent of you're getting hammered in that it's grim dark, or like it's dark fantasy way too much without pulling out, like, without having some restraint. And this was a mirror as a younger writer. And so I am fine criticizing him because he does improve on his work.
All right.
Yeah, and also thinking about the fight between Gus and Duke, it was like a very tough battle for Guts. I mean, at the end he had to defeat. And it shows how pragmatic Guts is, or how he willing to do anything for his goals. He took the Duke's daughter hostage, causing him to hesitate before he shot his arm cannon at him. And then realizing his hand is broken, he instead uses his metal hand to grab the sword and use his teeth. Yeah, imagine carrying that big old sword with your teeth.
Well, Guts is it's pretty strong, to say the least. So
Yeah.
Now, at the end of this arc, it's something I really like. Now, Teresa's, the Duke's daughter, was like, I have nothing to live for, I'll kill, and I'd rather die. This whole place is all a lie. Also, I think it was like she wanted to go back to her room, go back to a little prison.
But
But then Gus came in and drew her a knife. Go ahead, kill yourself. And of course, Puck slapped him and be like, "That's so heartless."
I'm gonna kill myself. Do it. I'm not going to. It's just a cry for help.
And it's like, essentially like.
That's
Gus,
literally the whole conversation.
Yeah, Gus is like, "Go ahead, do it. You probably end up in heaven. Or would you prefer hell? At least that way you might get to be with your father and mother." I'm like, ouch, guts.
Damn.
And
Yeah.
and
No
probably
mercy.
serious. But then Gus added, "It's your life. You do what you want to do." Emphasis on want.
It
And when-
basically.
And
Oh, sorry.
and as she's about to do it, Puck tries to stop here. And Gus, and then like the floor of Teresa's crumbled, and she was about to fall, but Gus grabbed her with his sword. Well, while Teresa held on to the edge of the blade, and Gus pulled her up.
Huh.
Now and I think this is why Gus was all like hard at, like, told those things to her. Because Teresa's thing started looking at her all angry, like because of you, this all happened. And Gus is like, and so Gus saw the anger in her eyes. He's like, "Huh? For those eyes, it looks like you don't plan to die anytime soon. That's fine by me." And she's like, "Devil, I'll kill you! I'll kill you!"
I would chase you to the ends of the earth, even though it's never going to be brought up again.
Which kind of sucks. I heard about that.
Yeah, like that's also kind of maybe Amira had a plan for her to show up later.
And Gus is like, "Fine, and they kind of said like, "I'm fine. I'm ready whenever you are." And as he walked away, you can see Guts, well, crying, kind of. And I think Gus said all the thing on purpose because, like, he said, "Look, you know, kind of personally have her hate him. You give her a will to something to live for." Excuse me? What you saying, Ninjato?
What I was fighting for!
Yeah. And then there's the golden arch where you see Guts get born out of a corpse.
Golden Age arc. Fun for the kids.
Raised by a whore. Turned into a child soldier.
Are you gonna say something, Not?
But it's like, like he wasn't raised by a whore. He was born to a. Yeah, he was born to a corpse, and he was raised by a.
I thought she was the mercenary company's prostitute. Or
It's the prostitute of the company. And I was like, she's you know, she was the one who taught him like, to read, to write, and then it's like his father, his quote unquote father, the horrible man that he is.
sold him out.
The man who taught him to fight. This is the asshole.
Yeah, basically, as soon as the daughter is dead, everything went to hell in a handbasket.
Yeah. And then And then Dovin after a certain battle and died, Dovin came along.
Uh-huh.
And he like, I want some ass.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and we know what happened from there.
Yeah.
And it ends on that. Which reminds me, I need to get volume 2.
You're gonna get volume 2.
Alright.
I'm in it to the end.
Alright.
Yeah, I will get this book. It's really good.
Well,
And there's a lot in here that I haven't mentioned.
It's
I mean,
well known for a reason. Like,
if you play Dark Souls, you play Elden Ring. If you play Dragon Dogma, you got to beat Berserk.
I would
It's like,
Guardian.
oh, real quick, let not speak.
but it's like Berserk is the number Hidetaki Miyazaki is the #1 fan of Berserk. Nearly all of his Souls games have one Berserk reference in it. It's like so if you've ever loved and play a Souls game, Berserk is the reason why those games existed.
Yeah. Yeah, like Berserk is also just like the #1 inspiration for dark fantasy.
Yeah. Like, Berserk is very influential. So, like Berserk is still serious. Like, even if you've never read it, you know it because of its reputation.
Yeah.
Yeah, so anything else you want to say about Berserk, Comet?
Read it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't watch the anime. Watch the 90s anime.
Or you could do what we did. We watched that Golden Age supercut with the best moments between the 90s animes and the movie.
Yeah. Well, the thing is about the anime and like Golden Age is the second arc. So they're not even it's not like part. You know what I mean? Like it's not like the main thing yet. Like Black Swordsman did not get adapted as an arc. Never got adapted fully.
Black Swordsman was the bookend to the 97th anime. Like the little first episode is Guts going through the.
Oh. You cut out there a bit, Not?
Yes, hello?
Okay, you're good now.
Alright, so it's like Black Swordsman, okay? Like, it was the bookend to the 97 anime. So it's like the part where Guts, tries to take down the Snake King, and then all the way until we get to the last episode. The last scene was Guts walking away from the village. That was sort of like as much as the Black Swordsman arc as we got.
Yeah, which is like the equivalent of Barely Touched.
So they said Teresa never appeared again.
What was that comment?
don't know. I'm kind of really a little comment about this that Teresa doesn't appear again. Cause it seemed like they were trying to set up something.
No, she does not. She does not. Like, the only characters that have come over from Black Swordsman is Puck. Puck and Guts. Puck is pretty much a mainstay character for most of Berserk. He even makes an appearance at Golden Age.
No, I'm saying I'm sad that she doesn't appear again because they were setting up something.
Yeah, he went with another character. He went with a couple of new other characters. So.
Alright. So I guess that's all there is to be said about Berserk Volume 1.
I do
by the
want
way,
to say
sorry.
this.
Uh-huh.
Wait, what were you gonna say, Ninjato? First of all,
I was just commenting that, hey, we're actually being efficient today.
Oh wow, we are. We're powering through. Oh, that's not gonna last long.
I think it would be. I get the feeling that would be the later topics would be a lot to talk about.
Well,
Yeah,
that's why I put the three of us that talk the most last.
before we end the topic of Berserk, I do want to. I don't know what we'll talk about Berserk again. As I do want to read the speech of causality, because it's my favorite speech in the entire. So, okay. In this world, is the destiny of mankind controlled by some transcendental entity or law? Is it like the hand of God hovering above? At least it is true that man has no control, even over his own world. It's a line that I do not agree with, but it's something that that's always kind of stuck with me when I read the manga.
Huh. Wait, so you don't agree with it, but it haunts you. Why is that?
Because the story of Berserk largely is the story of Guts. Like it's not a spoiler. It's the story of Guts defying his own destiny, defying who he is as, defining that he is not meat for the grinder as he is a hero. And so that the line spoken by one of the apostles of the God Hand speaks to the idea that however Guts may try to rage against his destiny will still arrive to take him.
Fate is a huge aspect of Berserk. About how everything works and the consequences is like that's what makes Griffith different from Guts. Like Guts is the universe universally hates on, while Griffith is the opposite.
Exactly.
Yeah. Alright. So I guess with that speech said, which yeah, I agree, that's a great line. But with that speech said, now we could move on to the latter half of the show. Wow, we really are being efficient tonight. That's not gonna last long. Alright, so we talked about some fun stuff. In Berserk, Berserk is, your loose definition of fun, for fun for what it is. So now we get into okay, so this isn't a big brain, more or less just is the start of I like to call a more serious block of the show. So we're gonna start off with some serious topics. All right. So first of all, real quick though, I just want to say that for this point, for my topic, most of my stuff I'm mostly gonna be pretty much parroting the words of this guy named Proto Man who does the Transformers Slack podcast. I'll even put a link to the video that I'm gonna be referencing a lot too. It's right there. There's a link in the chat. And so if you're a Transformers fan, I highly suggest you check out the Transformers Slack podcast because the guy who hosts it, Proto Man, he has experience working with Hasbro. I don't know if he still is with Hasbro. I kind of forgot about that, but he does have a history with working with Hasbro, so he knows how the industry works, and he has connections inside, so he understands what's going on, which is why he is able to, you know, have more, you know, coherent argument. And so most of my stuff is pretty much his points, but of course I'm gonna add some stuff here and there. And so the reason why this got brought up was because I originally wanted to do a topic on Hasbro's recent quality control of their products. So if you haven't already noticed by now, I buy Transformers from Hasbro because that is one of the franchises I love with my heart. Though slowly, by little, as I look at my shelves, I notice that Gundam is taking over, which I don't know if that's a good thing or not. Either way, that's a financial rabbit hole. But
cool.
Well, for me, right now it's I'm getting into more getting into little mini painting little army dudes.
Well, at least you have more shelf space for that. I'm running out of shelf space because I keep buying
Or like boxes. I'm putting boxes like on it. But hey, I'm now putting in the towel.
Alright.
In the little box of everyone else.
Oh. Nice. But back on topic though. See, I told you, once we get to starting with me, we would go more off topic and then it would get longer. See, I told you the show didn't last on topic for long. But so if you haven't noticed already, I like Transformers. I like collecting. I like buying their stuff because I like the product that they're selling. I am completely aware that Transformers exists only to sell action figures that are supposedly marketed for children, but you know what? I like buying them anyways, and so do a lot of other people. And so this got brought up because recently there's been a trend going on with Hasbro's quality control of their products. Basically, their white plastic that they use lately has been prone to what's called yellowing, where basically keep your fucking white plastic out of the sunlight or it's gonna turn yellow. Long story short, I don't remember the the exact chemistry behind it, but long story short, don't put white plastic directly underneath sunlight because then it's gonna turn yellow. It shouldn't be like that, but it is like that because the quality control of the plastic that they're using to create the figures, right? And what really upset me the most was because I was gonna get Kingdom Tigatron, but now I'm hearing that Kingdom Tigatron has that yellowing problem. But even worse, because now it's not even just put it underneath sunlight, like just take it out of the box apparently, and it starts yellowing over time. And I was like, that really disappoints me, because I really wanted to get that figure. And then And I was like, what's going on with the quality control, Hasbro? You know, what's going on? And then it kind of reminded me of another issue, which I still don't know if it's directly tied together. I hypothesize that it's connected together because the topic I am talking about is also a serious issue. Is that the recent decline in quality control probably has to do with the fact that there has been, again, this is just a hypothesis, of the recent trend of essentially stealing from assembly lines. So this is actually not a brand new issue. This actually occurred a while back. This was back, and the height of this before recently, in the recent years, was back in it was like the late 2000s, around the time of Revenge of the Fallen, if Proto Man is correct. Around the time of Revenge of the Fallens, where they were marketing the Revenge of the Fallen toy line to because the movie's promoting toys. There was a problem with where long story short, Hasbro had a factory in China where they would assemble the figures and stuff. I'm gonna turn my fan off real quick because it's hot. I mean cold. Weather in California. I'm gonna get a dehumidifier. But like, they used to have a factory in China, but then all of a sudden they noticed there was a lot of their figures were being stolen off of the assembly lines illegally by workers who would then sell it for like an inflated price to certain reviewers on YouTube, because this is the time when people were like, hey, YouTube is a thing, and we can make a living off of monetizing our videos, right? So we're gonna be YouTube reviewers. That's how we're gonna make our living. And then so what will happen is these workers would steal the figures off the assembly lines for an inflated price and sell it to these certain reviewers, where they would then have quote-unquote early access to the product, where then they can make a video review, so that way people will be essentially forced to watch their videos to see to have a review of the figure of the product that they want to get. The problem was, however, that this was a notorious problem that was happening, to the point that Hasbro had to eventually shut down their factory in China, and they had to move to Vietnam. And so, and eventually they were able to track down, who exactly was, stealing off the assembly lines and selling it to these YouTube reviewers. And they eventually, solved the problem. Flash forward to current years. I think it was around like. Okay, so I actually don't want to give out the names of the reviewers who help, I guess, promote this kind of thing going on. Nick knows who I'm talking about though, because I've told him about this problem a lot. Let's just call him PP. Why not? he's PP. It's an insulting and funny name, PP. But Nick knows who I'm talking about. Let's call him PP. So PP has so PP has a YouTube channel where basically, no, I can't use PP. That's gonna, I can't keep a straight face. Let's just call him
Dick.
Yeah, let's just call him Dick. So or asshole. Let's just, I don't know, whatever, or asshole.
Hey, someone on Tundra, okay?
Yeah, so asshole, right? Has it? I don't know when exactly his YouTube channel started, but like around essentially. But right now it's the 2020s, right? Like, so around the 2020s, it was especially noticeable last year, and is also now noticeable this year currently, that Asshole is taking part of this, where he's buying these stolen figures from Vietnamese factory workers who take the figures and off directly from the assembly line and sell it to Asshole for, like an inflated price. And then what Asshole does is that if people want, that quote-unquote the early access as well to the figure to review for their channel, so that way people are forced to watch their content only, then they would then, essentially sell that figure to those guys for also an inflated price. So it's just a back and forth of just passing along a stolen product for much higher price than it should be, and then eventually, and the problem with this is that eventually, when the figure is officially in store where you could buy legally, well, what's the point of making a review about it when these guys already made a review of it before? And so reviewers then lose, potential viewers, and therefore they lose potential revenue, and that's causing a problem. But that's just the surface level problems. But the biggest problem of all really is that it's a simple moral dilemma of theft. It's theft and greed. They're stealing from the assembly line and selling it for money. And now these Vietnamese workers, they have cotton on to the game. Now, people will say, well, if Hasbro really does care so much about the products being stolen, why don't they take care of it? Why don't they take down the channels and all that? It's like, well, it's more complicated than that. I don't know, like the ins and outs of like the legal bullshit that Hasbro has to go through. But long story short, it's not as simple as just saying we're gonna fucking strike your channel down because you have a stolen product of ours. It's not as simple as that. Because again, that stolen product is being passed around like a hot potato between a bunch of different reviewers who want this quote-unquote early access, right? So it's not that Hasbro doesn't give a shit. They obviously do give a shit. It's just, the process itself is obviously more complicated than we think. So obviously, it's gonna take a bit while for Hasbro to fully, put a lid on this issue. And so that's the like Hasbro side of thing, right? So you gotta stop that, right? But then, so then now there's also the fact that there are people out there who essentially, so there are several reactions to this situation, right? You got the people who don't care, like I don't fucking care. And you got the people who don't care that the toys are being stolen because, hey, review content for me to watch. I don't care if it's stolen. Stuff for me to watch. And then there's obviously the reviewer side who goes, well, they're stealing potential, viewers from us. Therefore, that's less revenue for us. Therefore, they're actively harming our careers. There's a bunch of different sides to this stuff, and obviously you got the reviewer, the people who partake in this stuff themselves, right? And then there are there's a group. So I don't want to get this too political, because why bring in politics about a fucking toy of a robot that becomes a truck? There is those people who are pretty much saying Hasbro, pretty much saying like they're using the well, they're using the corporate argument, where basically Hasbro's a multi-billion-dollar corporation. Who fucking cares if, if they steal a figure from the billion-dollar corporation? They're rich. They can afford a few figures taken off their assembly lines.
But Changhis, a couple of things. One, Transformers is political. We must give the lower class rights.
All right. No, let's not get into that. No, but
no. I was making.
I know you're making jokes, but there are those people out there who are saying I don't see the problem from stealing from a multi-billion-dollar corporation. They could just easily replace it because they're a multi-billion-dollar corporation. But at the end of the day, though, that there is still the root of the issue is it's the moral dilemma of theft and greed. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter if they're a multi-billion-dollar corporation. Wait, hold on, what did I not say? Don't want to interrupt. But the yellowing you were talking about is photo degradation. I don't know if it's a fact nowadays, but certain white plastic have bromine powders that react to ultraviolet light. Okay.
About that argument, Changhis, another thing is, it builds up.
Well, it's gonna build up.
Yeah.
And the thing again, this isn't a new problem. What people don't realize, this was a problem before. Again, during Revenge of the Fallen, when it was at its height before the 2020s, where again they had to essentially shut down the factory in China and they had to move to a different country. And because this was a problem, right? But again, because rich corporation, they lose a figure, so what? They could replace it. And it's like you're still stealing. It's still stealing though. So you're pretty much saying it's okay to steal from these certain people or this certain person because they're rich. They could just easily replace it. That's a nice computer, but you're a billionaire. You could just buy a new computer. I'm gonna take it from you.
That hurt Changhis. That really.
Oh shit! I forgot about that, man. Sorry.
It's all right. No, I was playing mostly, but yeah. How about? I'm about to make a comment about you rich. You can still. When you said about to make, as someone who got something stolen from him, no.
Yeah, it's at the end of the day, you're still stealing, right? It's still stealing. That's the root of that's the main issue. You're still stealing, but again, people are seemingly making arguments and excuses that it's pretty much okay. And then obviously you got the side that doesn't care, and then you also got the people that are pretty much saying, "What are you talking about? They're not fucking stealing. That's all rumors. That's all lies. They're just early so there's now people that are saying those aren't stolen products. Those are actual early test samples that Hasbro has personally given to these reviewers to review have early access to. But the problem is that so if you watch the video I linked before that leads to the Transformers Slack podcast, his video on the take, he has receipts where basically they straight up admit we got connections to the assembly lines that they then sell to us. So there is proof that they are stealing from the assembly line. This isn't early access. This is literally just taking it. So that way for what? So you could get more money or something like that? Oh, hey Serena. How you doing? Oh, you got another stream coming up. Nice. Oh, it's Inflection Show. Alright. Yeah, okay. Nice. But But like, you okay, man?
Yeah, I was just trying to, just the thought is like, it's like, you stealing, they're just excusing that you're literally stealing product from the assembly line.
Yeah.
With the hopes that you would get more clicks as early as possible, spoiling the fun of everyone.
Yeah.
And with the potential of like shutting down factories, moving to different locations, or making it stricter of who gets in and out. And now it's gotten to the point where you don't need to be part of the corporation. You can just have a guy who sells you off the black market. Essentially, that's what you're doing. You're buying something off the black market.
And so like that's this, yeah. So like that's the problem going on, and it's like, okay, so let's really quick. Let's go back to again the oh, they're just a corporation. They could just replace the argument. So like you're basically taking this moral high ground where basically, it's okay because I guess for lack of better terms, greedy corporation bad. You know, so it's okay to steal from them because, you know, they're the bad guys. You know, who cares if we steal from the bad guys? They're greedy corporation, right? It's like, okay, so you want to take the moral high ground, right? Is that what it is? Okay, if you were to really take the moral high ground, then why don't you consider how this affects the factory workers? Again, Hasbro had to shut down their factory in China and move to Vietnam. That's a lot of Chinese workers who just lost their jobs right there. Like, I don't know about you, but that doesn't seem fair to them. And it sure doesn't seem fair to the Vietnamese factory workers who are working for hours producing products for us. But then you're like, but then you don't care because, hey, we got a one-up on Hasbro because corporation, right? Even though we still support the product from corporation because we like Transformers. But Hasbro, big corporation, they're $1 billion. It's okay. They could just replace it. I don't know if you've noticed by now, but this is something that makes me really upset. So, I don't know what else to say. I mean,
something I want to add is that they technically do not have instructions, so when they put the review out there, it could be completely like mistransformed and wrong. So that could cause misinformation about the figure.
Oh, I actually do have at least one other thing to add on before I think of more stuff. So like the problem already is pretty bad, right? Like we're having early access to figures before they could even hit the store shelves, right? Well, now the problem has exceeded that. Oh, you have to call it a night, Chelsea? Alright, have a good night, Chelsea.
Have a good night, Chelsea.
Tell Ray
Have a good night.
Tell Ray we said good night as well. But so now, not only are they, you know, getting before they could hit the shelves, now they are having early access to these figures before they're even fucking announced.
Yeah.
What?
So the most recent.
Swing.
So this is literally the most recent case. This happened literally earlier this week. Okay, so Transformers Generations has now a new subline for the Generations called Transformers Legacy, and so
Yeah.
So recently they announced this week that they have a new leader class figure for Blitzwing. Asshole, we're going back to Asshole, made a video reviewing this figure before Hasbro could even announce the existence of this figure.
Oh my goodness.
So all of a sudden now you go on like the TFW 2005 boards and you see, hey guys, we got screenshots and pictures of Blitzwing from Legacy. Hasbro didn't announce Blitzwing. Well, he's gonna be in it. Okay then.
That is scummy.
Yeah. Yeah. So now they're literally showcasing these figures. Oh, you weren't going to bed. Oh, you were saying goodnight to Serena. Oh. Good night, Serena.
So is that a failure button?
Alright.
Failure!
There we go, I pressed a button.
Alright, back on the ranting about very scummy business practices on YouTube
obviously there are more qualified people who could talk about this, and you guys probably even have more knowledge than I do. But the long story short is now again you got these figures literally being. Oh, you're not going. Oh, Serena's not going to bed. She thought Chelsea was going to bed. Oh, so it's even more You know what?
Failure.
There's a button worse than failure.
Emotional damage!
Emotional damage!
Emotional damage. No, you're fine, Chelsea. You're fine. Oh goddammit! Now Serena said the magic word, so I have to press the failure button on top of that.
Failure!
Maybe the next button is Asian difficulty.
Difficulty level Asian. But now you got figures being leaked early. Leaks are not an uncommon thing nowadays with this hobby because it's the internet. Eventually things are gonna get around. It's not just for toys. Just everything is always being leaked nowadays. So technically we knew of we knew at least of the possibility of the existence of a leader class Blitzwing because I think it was Target or Walmart or one of those stores had their toy listings leaked on the internet where they revealed leader class Blitzwing, right? So but then again, these are just toy listings that, and there's still rumors technically. They're strongly supported rumors, but the rumors nonetheless. But the thing was that we didn't know what the figure looked like. All we know was that they're making a Blitzwing figure. But then now Asshole has revealed what the Blitzwing figure not only looks like, but all its bells and whistles before Hasbro can officially even announce its existence. Because clicks on his videos. So, yeah, again, this is a problem that has been happening, throughout the 2020s at the moment, and so yeah, it's just, it's scummy, at the end of the day, it is theft and greed. These are moral dilemmas at the end of the day. And whether you think because again, big multi-billion-dollar company, they can afford to replace a few figures, doesn't excuse even if they could replace it, doesn't excuse the fact that their products are being stolen. That's theft. No ifs or buts about it at the end of the day, and that's illegal. and yet people either excuse it or actively support it, etc. And that to me is what makes me more upset than anything else. And it's bad enough that they're being stolen, but it's the reaction people have to this that makes me even more upset. And again, if Hasbro cared so much about the figures, right, then they should be stopping them. Like there's so much more to it than that. Like again, I don't know what Hasbro has to go through, but I'm pretty sure there's a lot of legal bullshit and loopholes and paperwork they gotta go through to essentially stop these people from doing it. And even then it hasn't stopped the problem before, because some of the people before Asshole, when the problem was when this was a problem back in the late 2000s, they're still around. Their channels are still around, and they're still making videos and making money. I don't know whether these channels are continuing to do the same thing or not. Maybe they've cleaned up their act. I don't know, but they're still around. And plus let's think about it, right? If Hasbro is tracking down, the people who are stealing off the assembly lines, you honestly think that these people are going to reveal themselves to Hasbro so that way the problem could just be solved just like that? No, of course not. This is going to take a while to solve, because they don't want to get caught, so they can continue to make business. So, long story short, if you partake in this activity or you somewhat support it, I
Get bent.
Yeah, get bent.
I hope your toys are full of white plastic.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know what else. I don't know what else to say other than bend over. So yeah, that's my rant. I don't know if you guys have anything else to add on to this, but I think I've said all I need to say. Anyways, so yeah, that was my little rant. It wasn't so much of a big brain, but again, it is a serious topic that should and needs to stop. And hopefully Hasbro can take care of the problem. Hopefully, maybe they are actively trying to take care of the problem, but loopholes and bullshit. So that's all I can say. I hope the problem gets solved. I hope people stop doing this. And again, I won't mention the channel's name, but asshole, bend over. So yeah. So with that said, then we can now move on to the big brain. So from this point forward, it's not so much ranting and angry. It is more thought-provoking and big brain, I think. I don't know. Then again, the last two subjects are also kind of hot on their own.
Hot button. I know not you and me talked about it because I thought I wouldn't be up enough.
Yeah, I remember the three of us. I think it was a Super Robot Wars stream. We briefly discussed this. So you brought up an interesting thing about false equivalency between manga and American comic books. or at least Western comic books.
I do want to mention this really quick.
Mm-hmm.
It is off topic,
Okay.
but I figure I should say, fuck the Academy Awards
Oh.
for snubbing Denis Villeneuve for Best Director.
Oh, who they fucking choose? Another Marvel movie?
No, they just snubbed his name from the ballot.
Oh.
Why?
So what? We don't know. Just it's like he's like Dune will possibly win Best Picture, knowing the Academy Awards it won't, because it's a science fiction film and those are for children. So
Unless you're a Marvel movie.
Yeah. Meanwhile, we watched we're gonna watch some drama that no one cares about, and it's like it's probably not even a good movie.
Unless you're a Marvel. Well, like let's be honest, all the Marvel movies are gonna win some kind of special effects awards.
But it's like so yeah, he's not gonna be director. Greg Fraser is nominated for best cinematography. I hope he wins because he not only did Dune, but he also did the Batman.
Oh.
I hope he wins. Probably not, because Academy Awards fucking suck. But I hope he wins. But if he doesn't win, then I wouldn't be surprised. Well,
So it's like,
they're gonna give it to a Marvel movie.
Is that like your answer to everything? It's like,
that's because literally that's all the Marvel movies have been winning these awards. Best cinematography goes to Avengers Endgame, Marvel. And meanwhile, you got Dune. Fucking Dune.
Based on an critically acclaimed book that is one of the most influential books of all time.
Yeah. Get Dune. But no, let's give it to another Marvel movie.
So yeah, it's like I just wanted to give my 2 cents on that because I for some reason still care about the Oscars. It's like all right. So to get to my topic proper, originally I did have another topic lined up, but then I decided to switch it after I saw a particular video by someone whom I will not name, but I will mention that he is part of that community on YouTube. You probably heard of them. You probably haven't. I think they would fly they would have a name. I think it'd be under the banner of the comics, the YouTube comics community, where it's like they talk about a variety of other stuff that surrounds pop culture media, but they did they did cut their teeth on comics. They're talking about comics as well.
Can I guess this guy's name?
Yeah, go ahead.
It's a Gundam.
No, but he is of the same ilk as the guy I'm talking about.
Alright.
So it's like
That's a shame, because I like his Gunpla channel.
So basically, this discussion was spurred on with the idea, like my topic was spurred on to the idea of the claims he was sort of making when it came to comic book and manga, more specifically an anime film. And that anime film was Jujutsu Kaisen. Which I have said earlier in the show, I did really enjoy it. So I have no bias between one or the other in this race. But his claims has been sort of the claims that a lot.
Not is down! Not is down!
Oh god, they're after us! They know we're talking about them!
Oh, the YouTube comics community!
Oh god.
Are you back?
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
thank god. We thought they got to you.
So yeah, it's like, so I guess it's like, so I am not biased as to what I will pick in this discussion, but I will say that, like, this is a claim I've been hearing from a lot of people of the same ilk in the very few years. Sort of the claim. It comes from this claim that comic books are dying, which I do not agree with, but let's just say they are. The comic books are dying, and they will soon be replaced by a medium from the Mystic East, as I like to call it. The manga. The manga.
A manga.
Manga. So it's like, first of all, the reason why I do call it the false equivalency war is because because years and years of hearing this argument, I kind of realized this one thing about it. Like, despite some characteristics that, like, both of the mediums share, comic books and manga are not the same.
Oh yeah, I would totally agree. Like, here's the basic thing: like, manga requires long form storytelling as their default. Like, you can do a one shot first chapter, because that's the goal of the first chapter, is trying to hook as many readers into your story as possible. But afterwards, you're gonna be doing long form storytelling. You're gonna be writing in arcs. While in comic books, it's actually best suited to have one shot adventures every month with subplots.
But of course, like, adversely, I can say that there has been examples of stories being for the other, like, fiction between the others. Like, you know, in comic books, famously, you would have comics that have limited edition runs that tell one continuous story. They will later be collected. They start off as individual issues, and then later they'll be collected many years later into an omnibus or a graphic novel, as it were.
Yeah, but that's an exception that ends up proving the rule every single time. Because when they don't do it, when they do it in the ongoing series suffers more.
Which is true, and of course, like, there are a ton of manga that do not have a story. Like, they're meant.
Yeah, it's slice of life.
Either they're slice of life, or they're just there to be comedies, or just, you know, sort of romance stories where the romance doesn't go anywhere. You know, those types of stuff. But I think it's like, and I kind of got spurred on, and I kind of got a bit cheesed at the claim that this YouTuber was making, where they compared the comparative work of Jujutsu Kaisen to the most recent Superman book happening right now.
Okay.
Furthermore, politics aside, because I really don't care. I really don't care if you're just railing against Superman because there's because Superman is fighting against the fake news. I feel like you're just exacerbating the issue by talking about it. But it's firstly, you're talking about. Firstly, my issue when it comes to talking about this claim is that what do you call it? Enjoyment of Jujutsu Kaisen is not a correlation to comic books somehow different. People who like Jujutsu Kaisen either liked comic books or they never read a comic book in their damn life. Because it's like, so that is not any sort of fact they're making. And second of all, people who like manga in the West are still smaller than people who would like comic books in the West. It's not just because one has been around. It's not just because one has been around longer in the other one stateside. It's just because, as I've said before, they are fundamentally different mediums. They're structured in different sort of ways. They, not just with layout, but just with how we, but just how we as we as cultures formulate our storytelling. So it's as much as the proclamations keep coming out, I just don't believe that we will ever see manga becoming the definitive norm as comic books grow obsolete. Which again, it's a stupid argument because comic books are not growing obsolete. Sure, there is a sense of storytelling not being 100% quality. That's another story for another day that we could talk about.
And we can talk about the decline.
Yeah.
I would say that comic books are in a bad spot, but it became the bad spot because of decisions that was done in the 90s. I am not criticizing the 90s for its storytelling. There are plenty of bad stories, but plenty of great stories at that period. I would be more criticized at the 2000s, but essentially, the stuff that started in the 90s that started out small got worse in the 2000s, and then the 2000s was so bad it led into the 2010s, and then basically the 2020s, people are just automatically pessimistic about comic books. And then also on your comment, another reason why manga is probably not going to get as much sales in the West as people expect. It's this tiny little petty thing, but American Western comics are colored.
I don't.
Is color really that big of a deal breaker for people?
It sells a lot more.
I mean,
in the West, you get a lot more copies.
I mean, you can make the argument about movies. People, I can still find people. Who won't go to a movie just because it's in black and white.
Yeah.
For some reason, So I don't know why those people exist, but they exist.
Yeah. That's the thing. It's like people could find excuses of not wanting to get manga, even though you can, or get into certain comics and stuff, even though you can say, it fits in all your tastes and stuff. It's like, I don't like the colors. The artwork is too weird. But
so I don't want to speak. Oh, no, go ahead.
I was just saying those tend to be the big ones. Color, artwork.
Now I do want to focus on my argument stateside, because I know for a fact that there are huge Western countries that do that are huge, huge earners for manga. Italy, most famously.
Yeah.
But it's just.
Well, also, in the Europe, there's a bigger comic book scene that's more that has many genres compared to the West. No, compared to America.
Well, that's because that's just because a lot of their comic book institutions haven't. They still retain a lot of their comic book institutions. 2000 AD and heavy metal are still being made over there. And their quality aside, but their quality is another question. But it's just they're still being made, so it's in the same vein. They still have the sort of model of comic books as a Shonen Jump or a Young Animal. To try to get back on stateside. It's for stateside, it's just a lot of comic books, comic books. Even though the books themselves, the physical media, isn't really pushing, I can comfortably say that the pop culture end of comic books is very well situated within American culture as it is. Just of course, we as Changhis was ranting about much earlier, we do have the Marvel movies. Those are still big-ish. People are having their fatigue right about now, but people are still going to go see an MCU film because 12 years in, it's still an institution.
Especially if that film is Spider-Man and featuring older Spider-Man, which is Spider-Man No Way Home cost $1 billion. It's nostalgia plus comic books, equals profit. So there's that. But it's also it's there was another movie. I think you guys can help me out here. There's another movie that is also in theaters with Jujutsu Kaisen. I think we can comfortably say it's one of our favorite movies of this year.
Dun 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 dun. Okay, this is kind of off topic. Here I am doing off topic, but kind of sort of related. I hope Michael Giacchino at least wins some kind of award.
I don't. Well, it's next. It would have to be for next year's the 95th.
Yeah, I hope.
I hope he wins
best score.
I hope he wins. I hope he wins some award. I don't care what movie it is he was working on, but Michael Giacchino's becoming one of my favorite composers.
Oh yeah. But and like I'm pretty sure I'm gonna assume, right? You're about to say go into this, not that the Batman, even though it's not only making about what $600,000. I'm assuming your argument is that it's a lot more than Jujutsu Kaisen right now.
It's like 600,000. That's really low. That's sad low. But no, I know what you mean. It's like
Bump
like 600,000 billion.
Nah, basically, you got bumped that decimal point a bit more. 600 million.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, and also I know it didn't do well in China, partly because China went through some COVID restrictions recently.
China's going through its own thing. We're not here to talk. About China, though.
Also, the movie was on a limited run.
Well, who cares about China? China bans things because there's skeletons in it. Well, we don't want a country like that.
Silly China.
China's silly.
You actually this last time. No, this is not the last time I got off topic, but this is another off topic thing. I found out why China though why the Transformers movies were so successful in China. Turns out
they don't sub it.
Yeah, they don't sub it. They don't sub it. So people are just hearing, Chinese audience are just hearing English words come out of people's mouths, but they can't understand anything. So literally the reason why those movies are popular is because Chinese audiences can just make up whatever fucking plot they think of watching the movie and just slap it on, and then there you go. It's the most amazing, successful movie you've ever seen.
So basically, it's literally the case of China had no taste.
It's literally the case. It's literally the case that Martin Scorsese said. They're literally treating it like it's a theme park ride. Well, let's not care about the story. It's just explosions are happening. That's why those movies are successful over there. It's because they're literally watching.
Okay. So back on topic. How well did Jujutsu Kaisen is doing compared to Batman?
Let's see.
So it's
let's find out.
So it's
Jujutsu Kaisen 150 million. So there's a significant gap there.
So the 150 million, is that domestic or worldwide, Changhis?
It just says box office.
So it's I will mention 150 million. That also could be because it is number one. It was number one in the box office in Japan of that time, of when it was released.
Okay, here's what Wikipedia says. So in Japan, film debuted at number one, earning about approximately 2,600 billion yen. So it's around $23 million. There's American in the first 3 days, and then apparently it also surpassed Evangelion. So that's the thing. And then domestically, domestic, and by domestically I mean here in America and Western. So, United States and Canada, it was projected to gross at $8 to $13 million. It opened at 5.8 million, so little less than they thought, including a 2.9 million from Thursday night, a preview screening. So then went on to debut to an estimated 17.7 million, finishing second behind the Batman. So even at its debut, it was, and how much money it made at its first few days in the theaters, it still made less than Batman.
I will mention this. And this is the only praise you will ever hear me say about Funimation. Funimation had the gumption to want to put the movie, out on, IMAX theaters and not give it a limited run. So it's like they very much they were very much planning on this thing being a moneymaker. So kudos on you, Funimation. That's the only thing you're getting, though.
Well,
whatever. Absorbed by Crunchyroll.
That's like whatever. Anyone who ever has like any qualms with Funimation for whatever reasons you had, well, it's Crunchyroll's problem now.
They now just became like the two-headed beast.
Well, Crunchyroll is more sane compared to Funimation.
Yeah, but people still have their qualms with Crunchyroll. So what?
Oh well, yeah, but it's up and down.
I'm just saying, like whatever problems people had with Funimation, well, take it up to Crunchyroll now.
Yeah. Okay. So back on topic. This is a topic where people get distracted.
I just want to say this really quick. Nothing is changing, guys, because those who still had their job in Funimation is still having their job in Crunchyroll, and their localizers are still having the same job. So even though certain someones will completely ignore it because the same sort of comics YouTube ilk will keep telling us that this death is a good thing, don't be alarmed. We're still going to get the same thing, but this time it's just even more of a monopoly. Alright, so it's like
the only difference is the only people who are most likely getting fired are the people with redundant jobs.
Yeah.
But even then, it could be that they could just reshuffle.
But that's
it's really.
That's what I mean. Oh, no, go ahead.
I would just say it's like it could be an improvement. It's just more of like what's going to be the leadership like going forward, and how much more control, because also like Sony seems to be banking on it too. So.
But I'm also saying it in regards like the people that you don't like, they still have their jobs. But don't try to celebrate for 1 minute, thinking that everyone who did bad things to Vic and Yona are somehow losing their jobs. They aren't. It's like so to get back on topic. It's like Batman is doing more than Jujutsu Kaisen. That's not to say like Jujutsu Kaisen is somehow some kind of failure, because with what advancements we are doing nowadays, where it's like I think it's a testament to what we are doing nowadays, where like companies like Funimation and G-Kids are looking towards the idea of people want to watch these movies. Like instead of just like localizing them and just putting them out on Blu-rays, let's actually give them theatrical releases, because like we could be making good money that way. Like it is a sound business practice. I applaud it. But it's like even then, if I were to use the certain someone's argument in the right way, not just compare a movie to a book and be like, oh look, this anime is doing more money than this comic book because of politics. It's like checkmate, wokesters. Like if I were to use his actual.
So like. the people who read manga in Japan are way more than the people who read comic books in the US.
Yeah, like in Japan, like this is like in Japan, it's more like manga is just treated as like a normal part that anybody can pick up and read. Like, yeah, you got the weirdos, you got the otakus, but those are like the people who are viewed, they gone overboard with it. As opposed to the West, it is like you're treated kind of weirdly if you go into comic shops frequently. Because you're expected to be either a young kid looking to get the next comic, get a good Spider-Man comic, or you're a 40-year-old man who is fat and who lives in your parents' basement.
So why can't we have 25-year-old men who are fat and live in their parents' basement? Why do they have to automatically jump from kid to 40? I don't understand this. The science doesn't compute.
You're kind of insulting me. I feel insulted.
I wasn't trying to insult you. I was just trying to make sure that there was enough diversity to go around.
Oh, like, come on. Oh, no. Oh, great. This podcast is becoming woke because we have to worry about diversity.
What are you talking about? Ninjato, we were always concerned about diversity. Why do you think the host is Asian and we have a token black guy?
And we got an alien. Don't forget about the alien.
Yeah.
We also have a.
You don't get more diverse than that.
We even have a koala.
Also, no, I'm double minority because I also mix.
Well, yeah, but stands. It's like we were talking about. We were always concerned about diversity here.
Hey,
guys, it just occurred to me.
Ray, you're being xenophobic here.
Hold on, guys. It just occurred to me. So I was gonna make a joke about comic. We also have you're also a flaming black guy. I was gonna make a gay joke, but then I'm like, oh shit! I just realized we have a black guy whose icon is a black guy on fire. I'm only now realizing that.
I don't get it.
Is that a basketball joke?
No.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, it's not. You get it now.
Oh, that lynching, most famous lynching, complete with postcards.
Okay, but let's be honest though. Like, who thinks of that though when they see this?
I can't unsee it now.
God damn it!
All right. Sorry.
Quick question. Do you think the variety also plays a factor when people try to compare manga to comics?
The minority? Is that what you said?
Variety.
Right. Well, like that's the thing. Like that's the variety. It's like that's the thing. Like I would bring it up because it's one of the main factors of a lot of. It's one of the main factors as to why manga is very big in Japan. It's because there's no one thing that you can subscribe a manga to.
Yeah.
Because no, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's the thing I think people forget. There's a lot more variety in manga so people can like choose like you like tournament battles, you can do shonen. It'd be like older stuff, seinen, and dark fantasy. And comic books, you stuck with superheroes.
Wait,
Or
like it's
Or uber bizarre artsy crap, or Netflix bitches.
now, there are indie comics, but those aren't as popular.
Yeah, they're Netflix fiction bitches.
I mean, it's like that could be a story, a story of another day in which I could bring up which I could tell the story of how DC Comics violently choked out the life of Vertigo. But
Yeah.
it's like, but it's like, it's like variety. Like when it comes to variety, when it comes to variety, manga does have that in spades because largely, I guess one of the major pioneer of a lot of manga, Osamu Tezuka, he didn't have one style that he sticked with. Like a lot of his stories, like of course one of his major stories being Astro Boy is about a superhero, but he also wrote Kimba the White Lion,
Black. He also wrote Blackjack.
Medical drama. He also wrote a lot of comedies. So it's like he's very well known for mixing his genres. So we don't have that problem. Manga doesn't have the problem here in the West, where a lot of our prominent comic book creators are people who worked on kid comics. So it's like there's that. But the reason why I also bring up Cape Comics when it comes to the topic of this conversation is because if you've noticed a lot of these reviewers, a lot of them, if you notice a lot of these communities on YouTube, a lot of them will bring up the top selling comics. The top selling manga. Those top selling mangas will always happen to be shonen, because even with such variety that a medium would have, there's one genre that will always reign supreme against the other. It's like with the case of manga is that a lot of shonen gets popular because a lot of people who read manga tend to be young boys, and of course they exist the young girls, and they will sometimes read manga because they will sometimes read shonen works because a lot of the stories that get reflected in shonen works are very varied on their own means. So it's and a lot of these communities that in their line of reasoning, a shonen is synonymous with a cape comic. So obviously we can start. So obviously they will start making the comparisons of your flavor of the week. I don't mean this to be derogatory, but it's your flavor of the week. Your Naruto's, your One Piece, your Bleach.
Yeah, last year it was Demon Slayer. This year is
Dragon. Apparently, that's the thing people are into now.
Yeah.
It's just they're all varied. They're all varied in their own way, but they still contain stories about heroes trying to fight the bad guys while obtaining their ultimate goal. It's very, which in the very loosest definition is kind of the same as a cape comic. So so it's like they will always try to make that comparison, and I will always say like. Someone who wants to read a cape comic won't necessarily want to read something like Naruto or Bleach or One Piece, and it doesn't come down. I don't think it comes down to how long the books are or how in depth the story is. It's just like simple, like it's like what I said in the beginning. We have different standards when it comes to. Like, cultures have different ways of how stories are told, and sometimes we just prefer how a story is told natively than the other. Of course, there are examples of how people enjoying stories that are told from other cultures more than the stories they were told. There's stories that are told natively, but that's just that just comes from the familiarity of everything. So it's like someone who reads a cape, so in short, someone who reads a cape comic is not going to jump to manga. So this war is pointless, is what I'm going to say in this conclusion. There is no way. There's no way that we will ever see this complete overtaking of manga from comic books, even if the argument is that comic books have grown stale from politics or lack of variety or whatever.
Just X reason.
The X reason is because. Yeah, it's because fundamentally we live. There are just stories that people cannot get into. Like you will not see a 50-year-old man who didn't watch Jujutsu Kaisen with their son or daughter go and buy a ticket to see a cartoon. It might be different in Japan. I don't know. I haven't lived in the country long enough to see if it is a significant idea. But it's you will get strangely enough. I've seen this before. You will get 6-year-olds and 7-year-olds just buy a ticket to go see Batman.
Yeah, and then you get angry parents that they let their 6-year-old to watch a movie like The Batman without checking in the content of The Batman.
The Batman is
that's an argument.
I always
Piece of shit for parents being irresponsible these days, but that's another topic. That could.
That's I know about the Batman.
Mm-hmm.
So I know about the Batman. I saw what the Joker looked like.
Yeah,
I was like, wow, I was like, huh. I wonder what this universe probably seeing him.
All right, let's just continue.
It's it's just yeah. To end it off, I was I do tell this funny. I do tell this joke to everyone who one of my coworkers who talk about how people don't seem to be going to Batman compared to Spider-Man. Well, it's because with Spider-Man, not only is there the nostalgia, but it's a lot of kids want to go see Spider-Man. You're gonna get a child who want their parents to drag them back into their third showing of Spider-Man because Spider-Man does flips and he's like a kid like me. It's little Timmy's not gonna go rewatch the Batman just to see the DA get a bomb strapped to his neck. But it's that's just to end it off. That's just that's just the reality in which we live in things. It's like people, no matter who they are, will prefer Batman over like something like Jujutsu Kaisen because it's something that they've grown with. Like you're not going to take that attachment away. So, and that is the end of my. That's the end of my discussion, I guess / rant. I don't know.
Well, I was gonna say so basically, to end off your topic, you're saying essentially that
Now, it is clear that I have defeated you in intellectual combat. Hand over your channel and your ass.
There we go.
Oh, what did you play?
I defeated you in intellectual combat. Hand over your channel and your ass.
No, Batman, it is clear I have defeated you in intellectual combat. Hand over your channel and your ass. Hand over your Batmobile and your ass.
And your ass. Alright. Okay, so that was our little thing about comics versus manga, and I agree with you. Yeah, it's like ultimately they're fundamentally different things that people need to essentially get a grasp on already. Like there's gonna always be differences between the two, and just because one currently is making more money than the other doesn't mean it's winning. So that was our big brain topic of manga versus comics. Wow, we really are blazing through tonight. Wow, just look at that. It's almost only 11 o'clock. Usually we go to like 2. So man,
I think we're getting better.
Nah, watch no. I assure you, especially next week, considering what I want to talk about, it's gonna take a while.
You wanna talk about Gundam X, aren't you?
No, I want to actually finish Gundam X before I talk about it. I want to actually talk. So I was considering talking about the PJs because that was funny, but then I wanted to talk. I don't know if anyone else talked about this yet, but I want to talk about the Green Knight.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
I need to see that one.
You haven't seen the Green Knight?
Nope.
It is, you know, an A24 movie, so you know all the people, you know, the slowness and stuff that people say about it is there. But, you know, to me, that just enhances the experience rather than detracts it. But, you know, people can be wrong these days.
Man, okay. Yeah. Also, just on topic, again, one more time, because I need to go to bed soon.
You surprisingly stayed up late, man.
Yeah, what time next week can we do the Lord of the Rings thing?
I should be free Friday. It just depends on when you're available. Like, preferably like Friday. It's gotta be sometime like before like 5-ish my time, and if not, then like around after 6-ish my time.
So, I don't get my full schedule until Tuesday, so I don't know about like Friday beyond that. But I am free tomorrow, Monday, and Wednesday, like this week.
Okay, can you do it?
I am free Monday afternoon.
How about you, Nick?
I'm free all week.
Okay, cool.
Oh,
break.
Let's try to shoot for Monday.
No. Damn.
Yep.
All right. What time Monday?
let's try go for 6 p.m.
6 Eastern?
Yeah.
Okay, so now it would be 3... Yeah, that could work. 3 Eastern works. I mean, 3 Pacific works.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Alright, so I'm just gonna head out. I'm sorry.
Alright.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm surprised Comet has held out this long. Unless he's sleeping.
Have a good night, guys.
Alright.
Good night.
Good night. Oh no, he's awake. Damn, you held out long tonight, Comet. That's what she said.
Really?
Yeah, usually go to bed pretty early. Alright. Chelsea, The Green Knight is a movie about Gawain, right?
Yep.
Yeah, the Knight Gawain from, King Arthur's Round Table. So yeah. Alright. So now, man, we really are blitzing through tonight. So we're at our final topic. I think this might be our shortest stream of the year. Like, the shortest stream we ever did was like around like this length. But like now, like considering how long we usually go, we're pretty fast. Oh wait, no, look at that. Now we just crossed the 3-hour mark. Alright.
I mean, that's 50% shorter than we usually do.
Yeah, true. Alright. Alright, so we're down to our last topic. So now this is also a heated topic, so let me just say right off the bat that Nicholas here does not represent my thoughts on J.K. Rowling and Harry Potter, and if you have any problems with it, bring it up with him. I'm sorry, I'm throwing you under the bus.
That's okay. I've done worse to you. So anyway, this Harry Potter was on the top of the fucking world. That was like one of the biggest things like ever.
Yeah.
So what happened? Now I'm not a Harry Potter fan, so I'm basically only like I'm an observer essentially, just kind of observing what the hell. For one thing, so what exactly? I guess we should go out with saying how it kind of ruined a generation. Now, I kind of I think what I should start off is am I the only one who kind of got the idea that Harry Potter was a Gary stew?
Well, it's like
I think really for me it's just I don't remember much about Harry Potter, so I don't even know if he was a Gary Stu or not. I was a dumb kid when I read the books and watched the movies, so.
So like.
So I will say, he is. I don't think he's so much as a Gary Stu as he's led to believe, because essentially a lot in the book. But I will say this because I don't like the books. I am going to drop that hot take on your guys' lap. Please don't sue me.
God, how could I don't remember the books. I just remember.
But it's like.
I'm sorry. Continue.
No. You're good. It's just like Harry just has the plot happen around him. The sad thing about a lot of Harry's entire thing is like you're not the one who kind of solves the problems. Usually it's just like Hermione or some other person to be like, oh.
So he's just a static character.
Pretty much, yeah.
And so like I think that's kind of something that kind of it's that yeah, he doesn't really do much. I also noticed, like, holy shit, like, just a lot of good things happened. Like, he was the first one to get his broom up. He's like a prodigy at Quidditch. Like, he was just like great at everything. He has a fucking legend about him.
I don't remember much from the book. Wasn't like a lot of stuff because I don't know, Voldemort set it up like that for some reason.
Probably. I don't exactly know. Again, passive observer. And I guess something I've also noticed, Harry Potter caused a certain genre that I'm glad is starting to die down. It hasn't fully yet. Actually, I don't even know if it has died down. I just noticed it less.
Oh no, not!
He'll be back. He'll be back. And that is the magical school genre.
Well, but I don't mind some of the magical school genres.
Yeah, but that was like fucking
everywhere.
that
was everywhere though. You want a good magical school story? Watch Little Witch Academia. That's my take.
It's like, holy shit! Like how do you how do you make a generic story 101? First, start making this magic school.
All right, what's next? Your protagonist is the chosen one of some prophecy.
I kinda also know. Alright, so I gotta bring this up. Fans are nuts.
Oh yeah.
Changhis, can you bring up a clip? I'm sorry for interrupting, but it's like, can you bring up a clip really quick?
Okay.
It should be easy to find. It should be, you search it on YouTube. It's a man spoils the ending to the Order of the Phoenix. No, the Half-Blood Prince.
Man spoils Half-Blood Prince.
That is a perfect example as to why, as to who the Harry Potter fandom is.
Let me change the windows I'm showing on Discord, and I should probably show this also on stream. Give me a second. All right, man. All right. Oh wait, hold on. I need to show the window on stream first of all. Okay. And then I gotta move OBS real quick out of the way. Okay, so which one is it? I guess the first one, or
I think it's the first one. It's just footage of someone driving. You know, it's footage of someone driving in their car.
1:02 a.m. Central Time. This is Dallas, Texas.
Let's just skip forward. Skip forward. Let's just pause just to make sure the copyright overlords doesn't take this down, because this is transformative.
We're doing this, but oh well.
Skip forward to the spoils. I just pause one more time just to make sure, and oh, this guy's taking forever to spoil the ending.
Snape kills Dumbledore.
Can't remember how long.
There we go. Snape kills
Dumbledore.
Oh, someone yells, "You
Snape
bitch!"
kills Dumbledore. You say that shit. It's like.
Okay, that part's hilarious. Just, you bitch!
like, holy shit, those guys were like fucking obsessed with the fucking Harry Potter stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, they were.
Like, I forgot where I was going with this point, because I just wrote down fans are not nuts, but I should have probably wrote down examples just to, like...
I mean, I guess that was an example. You bitch!
Yeah. I noticed, like, there was a sense of millennialness coming from Harry Potter fans, if you know what I mean. Like, I think it has to do with the fact that how the stories were presented. It caused a lot of fans to be kind of, I don't know, self-entitled.
Like, Harry Potter is, for all part of fantasy, it's the perfect escapism.
Yeah.
Because both J.K. Rowling and the fans, they use it as a means to try to escape from their situations. J.K. Rowling's from her actual poverty. To the fans, it's just that their life is boring.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, J.K. can't use the poverty thing anymore, because Harry Potter's successful.
Yeah, and so I noticed like a lot of people compare real life to Harry Potter.
Ew.
Like, but that's all I'm gonna say about it. And like, wow,
that's
sad.
Like,
oh yeah.
I remember. Didn't some named their kids Harry Potter characters? I remember there was a post.
Well,
somewhere.
Well, recently everyone just seems to be naming their kids whatever the fuck they want. Elon, you just had your second kid and you're already giving him a terrible name.
No, I mean like there was
Oh no, go ahead.
No, there was like I remember seeing this really long post about how she or he, I don't know, I forgot which, it ruined something about like it ruined their life.
Damn. Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Not what are you saying?
No, it's like I think it's like, yeah, the mother exclusively made the name. So it's like I forgot what it's like. I forgot what she claimed it to be, but it's like she said like
Not? You there?
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah, hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. You were just quiet for a bit there, so we thought something happened.
The last part of the name I know is like she made the she came up with the word slide. I think it was like side drill.
Okay.
Because it sounded elvish, and the reason why she used it is because it reminded her of her favorite character, Galadriel from the Lord of the Rings.
Oh.
You know, from the Lord of the Rings series. The reason why she put, I always found it's like, it's kind of funny, like, the reason why she picked Galadriel is Galadriel was the one who, in her words, opted to abdicate the ring, which is like it wasn't her choice to abdicate the ring. Galadriel know that if she's within she's within like 5 meters of the damn thing, she's going to go evil. So it wasn't really her choice. That's the damn thing.
Although the whole point was only Frodo could resist the ring, and even then, that didn't turn out to be true.
Let's get back on topic.
Yeah. I was so I noticed that the fans are like when they want to make if they want to be like in the world of Harry Potter, but they just don't want to be like the normal wizard students. No, they want to be like on the level of Harry, where like there's like they're great. Like they're great at like everything. Like My Immortal. Has anyone heard of My Immortal?
No.
Yes.
Not mine.
Yes.
I think I have to say anything else.
It's the greatest Poe fanfiction that we don't know whether or not it's a Poe.
Exactly. Also, so fans are nuts. However, again, that probably could lead to like the reason why Harry Potter is just like fucking popular. Now, one of the things I think I gotta bring up is the Cursed Child.
The Cursed Child.
A sequel to the Harry Potter books.
Okay.
It's not good.
Oh.
It is really not good.
Huh.
Remember that Gundam Wing sequel? We looked that.
Oh.
Imagine Frozen Teardrop, except it's a lot more. It's a lot less fascinating and just a lot more terrible.
So that definitely hurt the franchise. I don't know about Fantastic Beast. However, I think certain actor who's
real
in
quick,
that.
Chelsea, we know there's a song named My Immortal. Do you know about the story My Immortal? Oh no, I don't think Chelsea knows.
Poor innocent Chelsea.
Oh, Chelsea.
You beautiful summer child.
She doesn't. Oh, you are an innocent child. Let's keep that innocence.
So, I think there was a big hype for Fantastic Beast, and then bitch happened, and one of the actors had to step down.
Oh, well, let's not talk about her.
I think that hurt the Wizarding World.
To be fair, of Johnny Depp, The Crimes of Grindelwald, like, it was just bad. I actually enjoyed the first movie, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, just fine. But it's like, yeah, that second movie was terrible.
Oh.
Well, there's a third movie now, Fantastic Beasts: Secrets of Dumbledore. Which, okay.
So, I think what really also hurt so I think I talked about how it ruined a generation. Kind of just became too escapist to the point where it kind of warped people. But I think what also really, really, really hurt the franchise, J.K. Rowling herself. But let me explain. Before we get to a certain thing happening, one of the things I think really hurts the Wizarding World was just all the fucking stupid facts that she would constantly add. Like, okay, so I mean, everyone knows Dumbledore is gay.
That was like the big. That was like one of the first like major retcons she did. It was like,
Yep, major retcons. She did a lot of retcons.
But that was like the biggest one, like one of the first ones to come out. Like, oh yeah, by the way,
Yeah.
Dumbledore's gay. Oh, okay.
Despite nothing kind of
Foreshadowing
implying that. Yeah. Also, for some reason, Hermione's black now, despite the books clearly saying that she was white.
So it's like so I'm willing to forgive the Dumbledore's gay thing because she did like actually tied it back into the whole idea of he was in a relationship with Grindelwald, like with the main villain, and it's like, so she did tie it back to a reasonable position. But Hermione being black is just her coming out of nowhere.
It's like if okay, Hermione's black, like that's not the issue of her being black. It's like, but nothing indicated that she was of African descent whatsoever. Well, apparently she is now. Okay, so I guess we have to, I don't know, recast the movies now because they got a ginger. Well, I guess I don't know, like a fake ginger. Was she a real ginger or not?
No. Hermione's hair throughout all of the earlier, like the earlier films, she was very like dirt brown.
Really?
The best way to describe it. Yeah, she had a nice chestnut. Chestnut is the best way to describe it. She had a nice chestnut hair. She was really
then again,
red hair.
I don't remember much about the movies. The only thing I can clearly remember from theaters watching any of the Harry Potter movies is when Harry kills Voldemort and just like fucking Thanos snaps away, just. Which now is okay.
So one of the things I think she is like, okay, Dumbledore's gay. That's fine, whatever. Did we really have to know that he had a sex dimension with Grindelwald?
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, that's a thing.
Yeah.
Wait.
He has
Sex dimension?
a sex dimension.
Sex dimension.
I thought you said completely something else. I just need a moment.
Sex dimension.
Yes.
Dimension, yeah.
An entire realm where they can just fuck each other.
Why do we have to know this? This sounds like something some fanfic.
This is very much J.K. Rowling's like reaching for brownie points.
Okay, give me a minute.
We also, for some reason, wizards don't use the bathroom.
What?
What?
Yeah. So Changhis. You remember that joke from Family Guy where Brian and Stewie are going hopping into different dimensions? They go, "Hey, where's the bathroom? I have to go. Oh, poop. Do you have to pee or poop? Poop. One poop removal. Wow, did I just poop? Yep, and it's completely digital. That.
Ha. Oh, Puncake is in the chat, and apparently he and Charlie are getting it on.
Good for them.
Good for you too. Charlie, I hope you're not high.
Let me get this straight. They literally just teleport their poop.
Yeah, I'm assuming, yeah.
But why?
I don't know. Again, this is the kind of stuff that are kind of screwing over the series, just because, like, unneeded details.
Yeah. And also, once you think about it, there's so many things that could go horribly, horribly wrong. Oh, I just accidentally teleported my colon. Dead.
So, I think what really hurt the series is, let's just say J.K. Rowling had some comments about a group of people, and the Harry Potter fans, and literally everyone else also, they didn't like it. To the point where they canceled her. They canceled the creator of the thing they love the most. Again, these fans are nuts. It's like they wanted to get rid of the thing that made Harry Potter Harry Potter. Whether you like it or not, it was because of her that Harry Potter is a thing. When did... for some reason, opinions just can't be a thing anymore. Like, no one can just say their piece and just kind of like go, alright, whatever, don't agree, but fine. No, they have to like fucking detach them from everything. Hell, even like, I can't find the right words for it.
What are you trying to describe?
It's like, see, that's the thing. I'm trying to find the words for it. Like, basically, they want to get rid of. They don't want to get. They want to get rid of her legacy, but they don't want to get rid of Harry Potter. If you get what I mean, like they kind of want
cancel her.
To forget that they want to cancel it. They want to forget that she had an impact. Hell, I've seen Harry Potter fans renounce Harry Potter because of it.
Okay, hold on real quick. What the fuck's going on in chat here, guys? You guys behave yourselves.
Guys, hop in your own sex dimension and go. Like,
you guys, sex dimension, go do your stuff there. All right. I'm sorry. Continue, Nick.
And yeah, I think all of that, I think it's just a domino effect that's basically leading to the whole franchise's downfall. And also kind of did fuck over a generation.
Yeah.
Can I say one thing? I know that you guys haven't been. Like, I know you guys haven't been to a theme park. This is just to say, this is just to say, this is just to say, you guys are not necessarily near one to go attend to it. I'm not saying it because you guys are poor, but I'm just. But it's like, if there's ever one good thing I can ever say about the Harry Potter franchise as a whole is that Universal Studios did a great job on the Wizarding World. Because it's like I don't care about any of the books. I think they're just poorly written as all hell. But it's just like when you have like just a bunch of group of people who would just be like, it's like let's try to construct this very fascinating world. Just try to make it seem as real as possible. Like the overpriced there's the overpriced wands, the plastic things that have a chip inside that you can just wave it around at places and stuff will happen. Like the show that they do when you get your wand, it's one of the best things I've ever seen. Because just like in the story, you don't pick out your wand picks out you. They do a really great again show about it. It's like if there's one thing I've always enjoyed about like Harry Potter is that its world can always be much better than what the stories are.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ray says his cousin can be annoying about Harry Potter. I'm sorry, Ray. I don't know, like
I am interested. I will say this: I am interested in getting that Hogwarts school game. One, because I want to support the creators. People tried to cancel the main developer.
Why?
And he came back because he said very unsavory things about like cancel culture and how and so people are just like, yeah, we should cancel this guy because he's talking about the very thing that we do, and we talking about the very thing that we do, and he came back.
Oh,
good for him.
Yeah, good for him.
So it's like, yeah, sir, I don't like Harry Potter, but I'm looking into buying your game because you have the dedication to want to, like, you look like you're the type of person who want to be making a good game.
Yeah.
I honestly don't know what else I can say.
Yeah. Ray says Hogwarts Legacy does look good. I feel like it's good to see Hogwarts without Harry. Yeah. Like, why do you think? Okay, well, I guess we can't actually. No, I don't know. We can't talk about it.
What were you saying, Changhis?
I was gonna ask, like, why do you think Harry Potter fans, act so entitled? And then I remember we kind of touched on it a bit about, like, the whole, like, escapism shit and stuff.
What? Like, it's actually kind of interesting, like, Harry Potter. You take Harry Potter out of Harry Potter. You actually have a promising idea. You can make something like I'm confident you can make something good about the entire world. Because there is something about the idea of Because even though it's an overplayed idea, there is something about the idea of a magical school if it was treated like a school with. But with like wizards and all that stuff.
Yeah. Also, it's not to. It's also we kind of touched about JK. There's also the fact that well, yeah, she's being canceled by like her own fans. It also doesn't help that JK is coming out saying a lot of stuff that you could clearly tell like whether she's right or wrong. You could tell it's just for brownie points.
Yeah.
Like she's saying a lot of stuff for brownie points. Like for I don't know. I guess a fleeting sense of wanting to stay relevant.
It's like imagine making Hermione making Hermione black. So it's like Miss Rowling, are you saying that Hermione, like from the logic of your stories, like Hermione, like the reason why Hermione is not of the pure blood is because she's black?
Ooh.
Oh, that's worse.
Oh.
Because it's like in her story, because Hermione was born to two people who cannot use magic, because her ancestry is like is she doesn't have the right genes. She's considered an anomaly in the wizarding world. So it's like, yeah, like way to go, J.K. Rowling.
Also, add that it made the slur mudblood much worse now.
Oh.
You see this mudblood.
Yeah. Well, clearly J.K. didn't, think that far. She didn't think through all that, because again, she did for brownie points to stay relevant. Chelsea says she can't use magic. No, that's not. I don't remember what the fuck.
So Hermione can use magic, but the problem is that no people in her lineage has ever been shown as using magic before. Even then, she's probably removed from just like countless, and then her genes are probably removed from like thousands of years of people ever using magic. So the fact that she can use magic is surprising.
Yeah. Braces and the Malfoys need imprisonment. The Malfoys. All I remember was that was a mess of a family. I don't know. Probably shouldn't be following around the guy with the fucking snake nose. Hey, they're kind of criminals by helping Voldemort. I mean. Yeah.
Well, it's like Alan Rickman. Like Alan Rickman is just the villain. Yeah. Like I knew in the first movie, like when they try to make the red herring, I'm like, no, he's the villain. He's gonna be the villain eventually because he's Alan Rickman.
Because he's Alan Rickman. Sorry, Alan, you have to play the villain. Aww.
Anyway, that's basically all I think I have to say.
Alright. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why people like Harry Potter though. Alright. So... Wait, Chelsea says what it was. I learned something new today. What are you talking about? What are you referring to, Chelsea? Ray says, I'm sorry, I hate when the author goes, oh, they helped that dictator equivalent? Oh, well, they're forgiven. Oh. Don't watch Steven Universe then. So, yeah, there's that. Okay, so, yeah, so with that said, let's see. Wow, we're only, like, what, like, a little over 3.5 hours? This is a surprisingly pretty short show today. I'm surprised we managed to get through this quickly. I don't know. Then again, next Saturday, I want to talk about the Green Knight, so I can't wait to gush hours and hours on that. So there's also that. So, but yeah. Oh, Race Aware of Steven Universe. Yeah. Yeah, Steven Universe is a whole nother can of worms that we could just talk about. That's also a ooh boy. Someone clearly didn't think things through. So yeah. So yeah, so I guess with everything said, I guess we could just wrap up the show now. This has been probably one of the quickest shows we've had. Yeah, I'm surprised we didn't make it past midnight this time. I guess maybe everyone's just tired or something. I'm admittedly tired. I didn't get enough sleep.
Same.
Yeah. So I guess maybe when next Saturday, if we have a little more energy in the tank, then we could talk more and all that. But I guess for now, this is just gonna be a pretty short stream. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna call it a night after this because I am getting tired.
Alright.
Yeah.
Alright.
So yeah. All right. So we know, Chelsea. We know you're never tired. You're built differently. All right. So besides that, you guys got any last words to say?
To all those who still read Harry Potter, read another book.
I can't think of anything better than that.
What about you, Comet? You got any last words?
Read Berserk.
Oh, there you go. There's a better book right there. Alright. I guess the last thing I can say is don't steal. Plain as that. Like, come on. It's just simple as that. Don't steal. Yeah. Oh my god, we reached the end of the jazz music. The jazz music is like almost like 3 hours, like 40 minutes, and we reached the end without having to loop it. God damn. This is a short stream. Okay, so yeah, other than that, thank you all for coming. I'm probably gonna head to bed after this, because I am tired.
Same.
Alright, so until then, until then, see you guys all next week for more streams and 2 cents.